Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome to EduAdvisor's webinar series, part of the EduAdvisor Virtual Education Fair, where academicians and industry professionals will be weighing in on a number of topics ranging from choosing an education pathway to jobs and careers. My name is Nina and I'll be your host for today. We have an exciting lineup of speakers who will be weighing in on a variety of topics such as the eternal borderless experience in hospitality and tourism, vaccine, scientific knowledge and the Islam perspective, as well as foundation studies, the FAST pathway with Imperium International College. Now we have our first speaker for today. We have Ms. Vivian Sung, Senior Lecturer from Thai University College, who will be sharing with us on the eternal borderless experience in the hospitality and tourism industry. So I'll just bring Ms. Vivian into the stream. Hi, Ms. Vivian. Good afternoon. All right.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. All right. So just a quick one to our audience watching. Just a little background about our esteemed speaker today. So senior lecturer at Thai University College, Ms. Vivian has extensive experience in the field of hospitality with over 23 years of teaching experience in hospitality related course under her belt. She's currently attached to the Department of Hospitality at Thai UC. Now, it's a pleasure to have you on board with us today, Ms. Vivian.
Thank you, Nina. My pleasure.
All right, so before we begin, to our live audience watching, if you have any questions for Ms. Vivian, do leave a comment at the comment section below. I will get them answered at the end of the session. Also, don't forget to check out Thai UC University College virtual booth while you're at the fair. Ms. Vivian, are you ready with your slides? We can start presenting. All right, you can prepare your slides.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
right.
we are not starting with the corporate video first.
Yes, we are Miss Vivian. But while we do that, all right. So while Miss Vivian prepares her slides, we'll play you guys a quick one from Thai UC.
Thank you,
Okay,
Nina.
yeah. All right, Miss Vivian, are you ready to
Right.
present?
Yeah, sure. Yep. I
All
am
right,
ready.
you
So,
may share your slides now, Miss Vivian. It's not in the stream yet.
okay. All right then. Hello, everyone.
Miss Vivian, I'm so sorry. You haven't shared your slides yet.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
shut my slide.
Yes, I think you stopped sharing for a bit. No worries.
Okay. All right.
All
Now,
right.
okay.
Okay. All right. Let me just pull it into the stream. Miss Vivian can just put it to full screen.
Okay. Uh,
All right. Okay. Now your video's in the stream. You may start presenting now, Miss Vivian.
all right. Thank you, Nina. Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian. You can address me as Miss Vivian. Today, I'm proudly wanted to bring you about this fabulous industry. Earlier on, what you have seen in the corporate video is the my company, my university college that I'm attached to. So we offer hospitality and industry programs. Now, I would like to get your attentions to this very interesting and exciting industry called hospitality and tourism. And I give it a tagline: eternal borderless experience. Now, why do I call it eternal? Because this industry will never die. It will continue, continue and carry on and carry on. Why do I call it borderless? Now, from the picture that I have shown you in the beginning on this first slides, you can see the airplane, crossing over the borders from one feature to another, or we call architecture that built in different countries. That is my explanation of borderless. One way to say that we are not conditions, and this industry never refined to one place itself. It is going across everywhere, so therefore one of the explanation is borderless. And another thing is, in our profession, no matter, because later I will introduce to you what are the professions that fall under hospitality and what are the professions that fall under tourism, and all these professions, right? We don't restrict to where we are. We can also cross with each other. Somehow or rather, we are interconnected. Though, of course, we have our fundamental, we have our ground profession. However, we mix with others as well, within the industry. So it is a very interconnecting relationships with each other, and therefore there is no border. I would like to draw you, into this overview of when you decide to become part of the hospitality and tourism industry. You do not draw yourself a line and then do not put yourself into a box, because we are not like that. Okay, so give you an overview idea of there are a lot we can do in this industry. Okay, I would like to start off with explaining to you a little bit, because I know the word hospitality and tourism, somehow or other, it has been very fused or blended, that sometimes people refer tourism as hospitality, hospitality as tourism. So sometimes we confuse, or rather as a layman, where we do not know the philosophy or we do not know the meaning behind it, we would just take it, hey, it's the same, hospitality and tourism. No doubt, you are not wrong there. But in our tradition, when we start teaching about hospitality, we do have a definition to it. Now, in the beginning or very ancient time ago, people refer to hospitality very simple, simply means a service that's providing a comforting place. Why I put in comforting place? Because it is a service that is given to strangers who are away from home, meaning they are not in their same country, or they are not in the same town, or they are not in the same city. They go to another city to stay, right? Now, when someone is away from home, what do they look for? Well, yes, a simple shelter to sleep, but they are also wanting it to be safe. They are also wanting it to make them feel welcome to this new place they will be in, right? So therefore, that is the very traditional way of explaining hospitality. Basically, it's a business, or rather it's a service where we provide a shelter for stranger who comes far away from their home. All right. And what are the three examples, or what are the three establishments that we can relate to hospitality? Simply means hotels, restaurants, or bars. And this is a very direct or simple definition that I would like to give it to you. Of course, there are many stories behind which I'm not going to talk about. I just want you to think of when people mention the word hospitality in the original context or form, we meant a place for people to stay. So an example for the people to stay is hotel. Then what about restaurant? Because I talk about comfort. What can comfort people besides a place to stay is food to drink. Food to eat and drink as well. So therefore, the restaurant came about. So that is hospitality. Now, what about tourism? Now, tourism industry, in fact, it has a wider and broader scope. When we mention the word tourism industry, we actually incorporate hotel, lodging and food service. Lodging, food service, it means hotel and restaurants as well. It meant that when we mean tourism industry, we also incorporate hospitality industry. Now, if you were to be very specific about it, tourism industry is an umbrella that covers the subset of lodging and food service. Okay, and of course, it covers travel, tourism, sports, and it goes much wider. You have transportations and you have events, that's expanding the horizon. Of course, these are the traditional method of telling you that, hey, hospitality means that, and then it is part of tourism industry or travel industry. It doesn't matter. Tourism and travel industry, it can be conditioned put it into the same category and much more. So do not restrict your mindset to just these few boxes. It has a bit more and a lot more. And nowadays, people also put all this into hospitality industry. Of course, as an hospitality and tourism educator, we get a bit like agitated. No, hospitality means that, but it doesn't matter. Just to give you an overview idea of how the industry actually means, and that's the also explaining in the beginning why I say we are borderless, because we are so fused, like into one, just blend into one, that sometimes we do not have a condition of, hey, you're in the travel, oh, you're in the F&B anymore. We are all related. So there are plenty of jobs, or plenty of opportunities for us to expand. Okay. Now, before I go on, I would like to introduce to you within Malaysia, and with the intentions of, we know that hotel industry is always relating to buildings, and very nice, distinguished looking buildings in the city with aircon and all that. And I would like to draw you to this place. It's in Denham Valley. It's in Borneo. Now, I know the word is pretty tradition, Borneo. Why? Because I would like to tell you another two states that's within Malaysia that's not in Semenanjung Peninsula, Malaysia. That's away about 2.5 hours flight to go there if you take a plane. When I mentioned the word Borneo, I actually meant the whole piece, Sabah and Sarawak. Now, when we think about hotel, lodging, Yeah, we think about building, but that is also another very, very interesting accommodation or lodge that it's around us, that is in Tennant Valley. Why is so great about this place is because this lodging, it is surrounded by the forest, and if people were to stay there, they get to hear the birds, the insects, and also they get to see the flora and fauna of the place, of the surrounding. So therefore, do not condition that, hey, lodging means hotel or Airbnb or, physical 5 star, 4 star. It also can mean something which is very different from our imagination. That's the lodge. And this is very established, though it is in the middle of the forest jungle. Like not many people would have heard it. So this is an adventure for you to go. Now, how far is this place to us? Let us take a ride on that. Now, I checked it on the latest informations if we get to fly at all. If you take a Malaysian Airlines that is departing from Kuala Lumpur, it will take you 2 hours 40 minutes to reach Kota Kinabalu, that's in Sabah. Again, you can't go to this place direct. You have to wait for another flight from Kota Kinabalu to Lahadatu. So this Tennant Valley, which is surrounded by the forest, it is in Lahadatu. Okay, now the whole journey, you look at it from 8:15 a.m. you fly, and only 4:30 p.m. you reach Lahadatu. And not Tennant Valley yet, there is another right there, okay, another few hours to go. Now, what would happen to a tourist? Let's say when we think about if a person who haven't been to Tennant Valley and would like to experience staying there, they have to go through this journey, right? From the beginning, the person, let's say for instance, a tourist or rather a local from Semenanjung, Malaysia, would like to take this journey, and they have to leave their home, right? So they have to reach the airport before 8:15. It's two hours before departure. Therefore, they take one transport. How do they go? They may either ask their friends to drive them, or they drove themselves, or they take a Grab, right? So these are the options. There you go. This is one sector that is under tourism, which is bringing the tourists to the destination. Now, that is not ended yet. When the person reached the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, right? Maybe very early before departure. So would like to have something, F&B, food and beverage, that's in place, right? And then if the person has a VIP pass to the lounge, then the person would kind of hang around at the Malaysian Airlines lounge. They have one in KLIA. So these are already two industry or two sector is involved. One is the transport, now F&B, and then of course the flight, another airlines, right? Is part of transportation as well. So after arriving at Kota Kinabalu Airport, you see there is an interval. Arriving at 10:55, only 3:35 the person is departing to go to Lahadatu. So in the interval, what can the person do? Now, must remember the traffic in Kota Kinabalu is unlike here, unlike Kuala Lumpur. It doesn't have much trouble with traffic jam. If it's a traffic jam, it's only half an hour. So therefore, you may want to plan something for the tourists, while waiting during the transit time, if the person is allowing or if the person feel like going out from the airport, then the person would think, oh, I would like to try something local in Kota Kinabalu. I would like to do some shopping. Well, that can be arranged. Therefore, there is another type of arrangement for the person, correct? Now, then if the person come back into the airport to take another flight. Okay, now reaching Lahadatu at 4:30. The person could be feeling, I'm hungry, I would like to eat something. So F&B involved. Before reaching Tennant Valley. Correct. So this is just an example to show you why earlier I said that the business or the services are interrelated with one another. This is one example because when a tourist come, when a tourist arrive in a destination, it may not only just wanted to go to the lodging, to just go to the accommodation straight away. There are many intervals. There are many things that could happen within the journey. That's where we play our part to think if that this is the journey for this person, what can I put in to make it more exciting, to make it a more memorable experience for the traveler? Okay, so this is what I want to show you. Now, this is another lodge that is in Kabin, in Ladakh too as well. And you look at it, it is in a while back, meaning to say it doesn't have I'm not sure whether they actually have air conditioner. They may have, but think about the nature and the feel of nature in a place surrounding by the jungle. And what are they going for? They may see the big five. Now, this is the big five in Borneo. All right. First is the proboscis monkey, rhinoceros hornbill, orangutan, pygmy elephant, and crocodile. While staying in the lodge, well, you may see them, or you may not see them, or you may see the footprint. But it is very exciting, isn't it, to know that, hey, these are things that animals that is not easily found. And you could see it while you're staying in the place because you would have jungle trekking, you would have go for activities or walking in the morning. So you may see them or you may hear them, right? So proboscis monkey is very peculiar because it only can be found in Borneo, meaning Sabah, Sarawak, Kalimantan, and Brunei. Pygmy elephant is in Borneo and Kalimantan. The rest we can find here as well. But hornbill, this species, is also to Borneo. Yeah, you look at the colors; it's very, very sharp and striking. So these are the very exciting things when we think about travel, when we think about lodging. Apart from our Wi-Fi and our air conditioning, we can have a different experience, apart from where we are. And then another thing is I would like to also draw your attention, maybe because it's a time where now we are on staycation. So keep thinking of where can we go, and borders are not open. So maybe we can travel around Malaysia, if we can. So what are there to see? Don't forget that we are very proud to have resources that is under the listing of UNESCO. United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organizations. They are there to say that, hey, these are the very precious sources that you have to preserve it. And to get onto the list, it is not easy. And we have a lot of criteria, but we met it. In 2008, Georgetown and Malacca got their award under the UNESCO listing. Wow. What is so special? Because they are under the cultural heritage. Yeah, not many places have that, colonized by different countries and buildings, ethnic groups, and of course, one that we cannot forget will be the Baba Nyonya. Right, they are very, very special, and then they have stories of Baba Nyonya or Peranakan. So on the streets of settlement, they have the award. We have to preserve them. When we talk about tourism, it is not only to visit the place, but to visit the place with appreciations. And as Malaysians, we have to ensure that these resources that we have, the buildings that had been built centuries ago in the 19th century, 18th centuries, we have to preserve them. And why do we preserve them? Because when we preserve them, we can draw the tourists to come. And why people come to Malaysia? Because they wanted to see the cultural heritage. And not only that, we have our national heritage as well, which is under UNESCO listing, which is the Taman Negara Mulu in Sarawak, Mulu. why is it so special? You look at the formations of the pinnacles, and that is unique and nature. We can't fix that. You can have one that is made like it, and then think about it is like that. No, it is not. So therefore, that is also getting its award. This was much earlier in year 2000, and so there's our Kota Kinabalu Park. Now, must remember when we had that UNESCO listing for Kota Kinabalu Park, it is not the mountain alone. It is the surrounding. Why are they given this list? I mean, why are they listing under UNESCO? Or because of the fauna and fauna, the amount of species that we have, and the birds, and then very, very unique picture plants and all. You can read it all in the internet. I'm just giving you a overview of the places that we may have taken for granted, but then where else, when the tourists read about it in their own country, they get very, very excited because, yeah, something that maybe is too close for comfort to us, but it's unique to other people. So that is on the tourism bed. Now, after saying that, wow, there are so many interesting and good resources in Malaysia. Dun, 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 dun. In our industry, it is very vulnerable to crisis. Very vulnerable. So it happens before, in the year 2003, SARS attack, H1N1 swine flu in 2009. Well, it happened. So I wanted to show you that in this industry, I would say that it is very exciting. It's ongoing. It's fun, and we have so many things to do, or to get ourselves involved. However, it also had its weakness. That is, it is very prone to crisis. And when crisis came, what happened? Well, it affects. And when we look at SARS, then of course there are people who say that that was past, it didn't affect not as much as what we are experiencing now. However, even though it was, well, you call it, as compared to then and now, it's milder, but it has never been easy for the industry. I remember in 2003 when SARS hit, we were badly hit. We were like, oh dear, the occupancy, we have never experienced such low occupancy before. I was still connected to the hotel line because I was involved in students' internship coordinations. So I have to get hotels for students to do their internship, to do their work placement. Hotels say, sorry, there's no place for your students because our business are affected. And even though in Malaysia, you look at it, it is not the high rate, but still it was very, very much because the world can't travel. And if it doesn't, therefore it affects. And the hotel industry was badly hit then. And then that was, look familiar, right? This was during the SARS. Okay. Well, Hong Kong had it really, really bad, and they had really, really bad time to recover, but they did after the SARS period, right? But just to show you that perhaps you are asking me a question that, oh, Miss Vivian, now we are in this condition. How? And you are telling us so excited. There are so many things to explore. However, I would like to draw it to you that we had bad experience before, and this time COVID-19 is not the only time. But those days when we had this, you look at swine flu, it covered much wider area, although it is badly hit in the Europe and also the North America, but it is also a big dot over in Asia, okay, and Australia. So therefore, we are not kind of like easy. Was also a bad time for us, right? But look at it. After that, 2003, 2009, the tourism statistics shown that in year 2018, of course, these are many years after the incident, it bounced back. That in 2018, there were 1.4 billion international tourist arrival, and then it was 6% increase from 2017, meaning to say, yes, had bad time, but it bounced back. And these are the statistics that show us that it would bounce back. Of course, you need to take time to recover, but in um, ultimately it grow. I wanted to show you figures so that you know that we are not talking things from the air and say that, because Miss Yuan, you're in the hospitality line, therefore you are convincing us. No, I'm trying to say that, hey, this is the fact. As long as there are people in their blood, I love that someone was saying that travel is in our blood. And we can't get rid of it. And then after that, let us look into our statistic. Yeah, in 2020, 2008, 2009, 2009 was where swine flu was. And then, of course, you look at the arrival, it has reduced, right? I mean, not too bad, but still not pretty okay as compared, right? But gradually it increased. Right up to 2019, we had great time. We were so happy, 26.10 million. So you look at it, there are a lot of exciting events that has put onto 2020 because the figure anticipatingly before COVID-19, we were very excited about the figure. But then again, 2020, the COVID starts to spread and all our arrivals has reduced. Of course, when the border closes, that's also the effect as well. And we have a lot of money lost during this time. Okay. And this figure was taken from the tourism data from Malaysia. And then I wanted to draw your attention whereby, yes, January, when it hasn't quite started, we were having quite high arrivals. But when you look at June to August, it has actually a little bit of increase because that time our COVID-19 cases was much lower, right? And it was a very good time for us to say that, hey, it will be recovered soon. Well, okay, just to show you something about when the COVID-19 cases are reduced or in control, right? The arrivals has actually increased. Um, to give you a statistic to show you that this is not in a dream. And I know that it is hard to believe, right, that how could it be? And every time when you look at the news, it is about, the cases and all. But the good news about it is if we are in this industry, if we still, put high hope to it, we will not be disappointed. Although now, yes, it is a slow time for us, but it will come back. Yeah, because in the past, the figures have actually showed to us that though we had hard time, but we come back. All right, now during this time, what do we do academically? There are people who think, hey, that means the students didn't get to see each other. They don't get to meet one another, so the learning will be compromised. But one thing I could tell you that it's a different type of learning. But even though now it is not a good time, I mean, hospitality and tourism industries are suffered very much greatly. We are also depending on the government to give us funding, to sustain our livelihood. However, we shall not stop our learning because why? When the industry rebounds back, we need manpower and we need expertise and we need professionals. So therefore, now though it is a quiet time for us, but we can still progress. That is, we learn and we absorb, we get knowledge, so that when the industry do bounce back, we are able to cope. We are well equipped. So we have to sharpen ourselves in our knowledge. Okay. So I showed you what I do with my students during this happened in 2020 May. Yeah, I recorded them, and I would like to share this with you. What I asked the students to do is that I asked them to tell me about their hometown or the place that they had been before, because it was during the MCO, they couldn't get out from their house. So therefore, this is what they did, and then each one was supposed to give me a 3-minute presentations, but of course it's shorter than 3 minutes. So I would like to show it to you what was going through their mind or what was interesting to them individually. Good morning, everyone. My name is my favorite place, my favorite is Okinawa and Korea, which is a traditional coffee shop from the street. Over 6 years of history. Back then, this shop was open and nearby and shop. So this else because it's a shop. It's some items, food, and many other dishes. So the food that I was interested in is the customized food. I like the because it's because the curry is good and the rest is very not only the very good and the food very good and the variety is very good. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. All right, thank you. I would not show the rest of the. I have actually another video, but what I would like to draw your attention to is the programs that we have in Thai UC. We are not only training the students to become what they are as in according to their profession, we are also training them to be more confident in their delivery. So this is one student who had participated in the Monam Cup, and he had developed a cocktail. He has to explain to the panel what was the ingredients and where did the inspiration come about. And the group of students who had won medals awards for their food competition. And what can a student do after they have completed the studies in hospitality and tourism field? They can be a hotelier, or they can be more than a hotelier, like the exciting industry that I have shown to you. Well, if you have completed your study in hospitality management, it doesn't mean that you ended up working in the hotel. You can think about, there are so many different types of lodging and business to be engaged to, and also become a celebrity chef perhaps, and advise people on how to start a hospitality business, that's hospitality consultant. And now, because of the new normal, people are looking forward to space, to nature, to outback. Therefore, resorts would be the next upcoming lodging or places to be destinations. Or you can be a lecturer like me, or I taught it in tourism innovators, because as I showed you earlier in the Tenom Valley example, right? In order to get to Tenom Valley, people need to have the assurance of getting there, of course, and also the comfort of being there, especially for people who have never been to Sabah or Sarawak. They are afraid perhaps on how to get about and so forth. So tourism innovators, you can actually think of a smoother way, or a channel distribution, or rather, a smooth progress on how to get people there, and explore them into different types of local cuisines and good memories, right? And then lastly, these are just examples to draw to you to think that is more to do in hospitality and tourism. And people can be having their own business as an entrepreneur, and they can cook. They can also become a celebrity chefs and a consultant. You can have 3 in 1 or 4 in 1, yeah, in your with your capability. Now, these are the benefits of studying in different programs that we offer in Thai UC, right? That's where I come from. We have 8 programs. These 8 programs is divided into 2 different levels, diploma and bachelor. And all these 8 programs has been granted full accreditations by MQA. Okay. Now, all the programs that is offered, it's not only in Kuala Lumpur. Some are offered in Perak, Kampar, and Johor, Segamat, and Sabah as well. So they are all scattered. Now, first we start with Diploma of Culinary Arts. It is a 2 years, 4 months program, and it's offered in Perak. You will be able to read about it in our Thai UC website and get to know more later. I'll show you where you can ask. Yeah, Diploma in Event Management, Diploma in Hotel Management, diploma in tourism management. What are the differences between one to another? Of course, culinaries are people who likes to cook and would like to venture into cooking. Therefore, they join diploma in culinary. Event management, people who likes to do events, people who like to know more about events. And then hotel management obviously is related to the work professions and workshop in the hotel. That means they will be explored to food and beverage, kitchen, restaurants, reception, front office, and also housekeeping. And diploma in tourism management, students who like to travel, explore more on the tourism boundary, and they get to go for a trip. That's where the students went. And then the Bachelor of Tourism event management. This is a combination of tourism and event, and it's only offered in para. And these are for students who had graduated from diploma or who comes in as STPM after they completed STPM. And Bachelor of Hospitality and Catering, this is a combination of two as well, hospitality and culinary. So it's only offered in para. Bachelor of Hospitality Management, this is in KL campus. And what is these two photos? The first one is the students get to create their own theme and serve the guests. And later when they generate revenue, we get them to donate to the old folks home. And this is part of the CSR program, and also to also cultivate students to give back to the society in a small way. Bachelor of Tourism Management, also they get the difference is, of course, the students would have an overseas trip. This is in Angkor Wat, they went. Okay, if you would like to know more, I would like you to visit this. Please snapshot it, the booth in Thai UC programs, and also this will be the program web page. Yeah, when you get onto it, you will get to know more about the hospitality and tourism programs that we offer. Okay, sorry for taking up so much time. So that's end my presentation.
All right, Ms. Vivian, I'll just remove your. All right, okay. Thank you so much, Ms.
Okay,
Vivian, for your explanation. Now that we've reached the end of your session, let's do some Q&A. If you can look at the comment section over here.
okay,
All right.
wow. Okay, let's see. The comments sections. Wow,
Yes.
that's okay. Fractions of course graduates of this are highly. Okay, that is. I don't see a comment though. Is it okay from
Yeah.
Arena? This is a
Yes.
service, and yep. Uh oh, then my first questions to Arena is, oh yeah. If you really are not good or do not like first, I have to ask the questions.
Huh.
No, because if let's say you're not good, right? But you still like the industry, because first thing I have to say, service, no choice. We have to like people, because we're dealing
Yeah.
with people, right? We are the industry whereby I always would say that robot cannot replace us. So therefore, eternal.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we embrace the technology. Of course, technology helps us a lot, like giving you informations. I wouldn't be able to take the big five if without technology. So therefore, yeah, it's great. But you ask yourself a question: do you like people? I mean, you don't mind to venture. I'm sure that you have your first language. You can use that as your starting point, and then developed it. The skills of interacting with people, it can be developed. But the
Right.
first, fundamental is whether you like them or not. If you do not like people, don't come to this industry.
Yeah. It's
Really,
just a
you hate.
people oriented field, isn't it?
Correct. It's very, very people oriented. Sometimes you can't read that from the book. You just have to, draw within. Okay, can I ask about Airbnb? No. Airbnb cannot replace hotel. You know why? Because Airbnb doesn't provide the comfort, or rather the standards that the hotel has. Each
Yeah.
hotel, I'm talking about five-star hotel. Why do we need to spend so much time learning to work in a hotel? Because they do have a Bible, a book, and a standard that we cultivate people to do it this way. However, later, if you do not want to stay in the hotel, you still have these skills with you. So that's why it is very, very important for people who wanted to develop themselves. They come into a what do you call it, academic study, so that, or rather skill school, so that you learn the right skill. Yeah, then you venture it out. No way. Well, I still like to be pampered. Airbnb, yes, we do have the comfort of TV box. We do have the comfort of being ourselves, shouting in the room, but still different. Level of comfort is different.
All right.
Okay, and the level of treats is also different. Okay, Renee, are there still job of course, do not be conditioned by the pandemic. The pandemic cannot put us in the box. It is only temporarily. Yes, I can assure you that I'm confident because I can't wait to go. Yeah, and there are people who, I mean, students, yes, people who study hospitality and tourism, they are now not in Malaysia. I have already known
Mm.
of two girls. One is in Taiwan and one is in Dubai. So therefore, there is global recruitment for eligible people. But please
Right.
don't forget to come back to Malaysia. Okay, how do you think the pandemic? Nah, it was just temporarily. Mm, the digital, nah, the digital is there to help, but it will not replace people. So
Mm.
do not think about, yes, we are not, I mean, okay, I shouldn't quote anything, but we will not be replaced.
All right.
Mm.
I do have a question on my end, Miss Vim, if that's all right. I was just wondering, what are the examples of, now that we're in a pandemic, we have seen hospitals, like the first few phase of a lockdown, we've used hospitals as a place for
Mm,
quarantine centers. That's what they're used. But now that
mm,
most industries like hotels,
mm,
borders are being closed and all that, so the
mm,
tourism aspect is sort of limited. But what
mm.
are the examples of how the hospitality industry is still being innovative and thriving even during the pandemic?
Okay, now we have different type of tourists, right? The first
Mhm.
one is people who are from overseas. That's what we are very familiar with. We have local as well because we have
Yeah,
people who travel interstates and they do
right.
business, and especially those who are in transport, they can actually stay. And of course, they have to follow strictly to the SOP. And
Mm.
don't
Yes,
forget,
yes,
our airline aviations are still open for very specific
right,
people. So we do have the pilots and then
right.
people from overseas. Okay, some hotels, what they did was they take a big step. They become a quarantine hotel, meaning to say for those who are quarantined, no way to go, or rather they want to pay for more to stay in a
Mhm.
better place, they stay in the hotel. Or there are people who are suspecting having the COVID but not sure and all that, that there are also, accommodations that is accommodating them. So it is not bad. Now, just give you a little bit of light. We are going through many phases of MCO, RMCO, and all that. As
Mhm.
long as the government is loosen up the rules of able to travel, or rather able to cross states, you look at the hotel industry, it is like,
Right,
wow, the occupancy has gone up. So yeah,
right.
we just have to be patient lah. But one thing
Mhm.
though, when we are patient, we have to develop and equip ourselves, so we do not
Right,
stop and wait for things to happen
right.
later.
You just prep
Mm,
yourself to be better for like more circumstances. Understand? All
you are
right.
right. Yes, yes.
All right, so I think
Any
we've reached
more
the end of
questions?
our session. Just to
All
wrap
right.
things up, Miss Vivian, do you have any parting words of advice for students who are nervous about venturing into, going into hospitality and after SPM leavers? Any words of advice for them?
Okay. Of course, as a very passionate about hospitality and tourism, I would like to welcome people who comes to study this field. Do not be conditioned, as I mentioned. I mean, those who comes in 2020 as a little bit, shaky right now, but
Mm,
they will be okay later. And this is the great time for you because why? Because the pandemic cannot be forever. It has to stop
mm,
somewhere. So we are looking at very optimistically 2022,
right.
2023 we will be on the rise. So therefore it's a good time for students to venture. And don't
Mm.
forget that you do not conditions what you learn into that field alone. You can actually use the skill to do something else. Like Nina, she's such a great sweet
Thank
yeah,
you.
help
Thank you,
to me,
Vivian.
even though, yeah, that is part of hospitality.
Mm,
Do good to people and then they
right.
have a good memory at the end of the day.
Right.
Mm.
Basically, hospitality, you take on that transferable skills. Basically, that's like one thing that's highlighted very, very well. All right, all right. Noted. Thank you so much, Miss Vivian, for
Thank you,
your
Nina. Thank you,
insights and
everyone.
perspective. Yeah, I hope that our audience has gained some valuable information from this session. Miss Vivian, if you'd like to have us again for our next webinar session, we'd love to have you on board again.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nina. I wish you all the best and your team for this very successful event.
All
Yep.
right,
Thank you,
thank you, Miss
everyone. Stay
Vivian. Have a
safe,
good day.
stay
Bye
happy. All
bye.
right. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you so much to our audience for joining our webinar session with Miss Vivian of Thai University College. Up next, we have Dr. Rizal Ishak from University Kuala Lumpur, who will share with you everything there is to know on vaccine. the scientific knowledge, and the Islam perspective. So stay tuned. Now, if you're at the fair, do visit Tara University College virtual booth and check out all the offering programs that's available. All right, so I think we have our next speaker in already. I'll just pull in our next speaker. Dr. Rizal's already in the stream. Hi, Dr. Rizal. How are you?
Hi, fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Right, great.
All right, all right. So let me just do a quick introduction to those of you who just joined in. Good afternoon, and welcome to EduAdvisor's webinar series, part of the EduAdvisor Virtual Education Fair, where academicians and industry professionals will weigh in on a number of topics, ranging from choosing an education pathway to jobs and careers. My name is Nina, and today we have Dr. Rizal Ishaq, Dean of Campus UniKL Mastech, which is the Institute of Medical Science Technology, who will be sharing with us about vaccines, scientific knowledge, and the Islam perspective. Now, before we begin, just a quick background about our esteemed speaker today. Dr. Rizal Isha is a senior lecturer at University Kuala Lumpur Branch Campus, Institute of Medical Science Technology, which is UniKL Mastech, in Kajang, Selangor. He is a graduate in biomedical science field and received his PhD in medicine from Cardiff University, Wales, UK. His research primarily focuses on inflammatory study and wounding healing activity, with special interest on the role of polymorphonuclear cells. He's an expert in neutral field signaling and laboratory animal studies for scientific purposes. Wow, quite an accolade, Dr. Rizal. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you on board with us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
All right. Okay. So, Dr. Rizal, you can just prepare your slides. Just beforehand, just a quick message to our live audience watching. If you have any questions for Dr. Rizal, do leave a comment and we'll get them answered at the end of the session. Also, don't forget to check out UniKL's virtual booth while you're at the fair. Right? Dr. Rizal, let me just check your slides. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. I think I see it. Just put it to full screen.
And can you see now?
Um, All right. Okay, I see. I'm pulling your slide into the screen. All right, Miss Dr. Rizal, you can go ahead and present now.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Nina, for the kind introduction, and thank you for having me, and thank you for having UniKL in particular for this current session. And I'm glad to be here to be sharing some input and of course uh, introducing UniKL and specifically UniKL Institute of Medical Science Technology, or UniKL Mastech in short. This During this virtual education fair 2021, it's a bit odd for me since most of the session I did when it comes to education fair is always physical. This is I think this for me is the first time I'm joining this on virtual platform. So I hope that everything will go smooth and well, especially with having online sessions. Sometimes there's interruption with network, Wi-Fi connection, and so on. I hope there will be no interruption during our session today, and everything will go well as what we have planned, inshallah. Okay, so to begin with, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala syafi'il mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all viewers and listeners for this session. Again, thank you very much for having me. And this is I would say, a knowledge sharing session on behalf of UniKL and UniKL Mastech. And allow me, because I've prepared my slide in Bahasa Melayu, so I need to code switch a bit. Of course, it's quite difficult. I will need a few seconds so that I can code switch to Bahasa Melayu, and then I can address the viewers with the topics that I will introduce today. Okay, so since this is a knowledge sharing session, what I'm going to share today is on the akan share pada hari ini, insyaAllah, untuk untuk I would be knowledge as well, bukan saja untuk mereka-mereka yang ada asas sains dan sebagainya. Baik, so hari ini saya nak berkongsi tentang vaksin, ilmu sains dan perspektif Islam berkenaan vaksin yang kita ada sekarang ni. Uh, uh, Tentunya kalau kita kita dengar pada hari ini, kenapa perlu lagi cerita berkenaan ini, tentang vaksin lagi dah. Apa masyarakat umum nak sekarang adalah vaksin tu sendiri. Masing-masing nak dapatkan vaksin. Sebab tu saya letak beberapa orang-orang yang yang telah divaksin, untuk menunjukkan tentang sekarang mungkin ada kawan-kawan kita, saudara mara yang telah divaksin, masing-masing dia akan cari tempat nak ambil gambar. Mana tempat nak ambil gambar saya telah divaksin ni, nak ambil dan post ke dalam social media dan sebagainya. Itu dah jadi satu, boleh kata, norma barulah yang berlaku sekarang ni. Tapi saya nak mencadangkan jugalah siapa yang telah divaksin tu nak post ke social media, ada masalah masing-masing. Social media itu adalah platform masing-masing untuk berkongsi. Cuma mungkin boleh bagi kata semangat kepada mereka yang tak terima lagi vaksin. Sebabnya saya nampak sekarang ni bila ada yang nampak kawan-kawan, saudara mara, jiran-jiran dah dapat vaksin, post dekat social media, dia rasa terkesan pula kan. Dia rasa kata, kenapalah kementerian ni lambat sangat nak bagi vaksin kat saya ni. So secara tak langsung dia ada apa orang kata, negative effect pula. Dia ada tempias dia kepada pihak kementerian yang bertungkus lumus nak memberi vaksinasi kepada semua masyarakat umum. Cuma kalau kata dah dapat vaksin tu, postlah dia kata, alhamdulillah saya dan keluarga telah selamat divaksin. Akan divaksin secepat mungkin. Kita pun tak tahu kan, macam saya sendiri pun belum divaksin. Saya menunggu, tapi yang paling penting dalam masa sekarang ni, kita juga kena sabar dan juga patuh SOP. Sebagaimana yang telah diletakkan oleh pihak kementerian, pihak Majlis Keselamatan Negara sendiri dan pihak-pihak yang berwajib. Dan saya kongsikan juga gambar ni di slide yang pertama saya ni. InsyaAllah sesi saya ni lebih kepada pengetahuan umum lah. Saya tak ada nak cerita tentang technical aspect sangat. Technical aspect vaksin ni ada apa orang kata clinical trial, fasa 1, fasa 2, fasa 3 lah, platform macam mana vaksin dibuat. Itu semua pakar perubatan telah ceritakan, pihak kementerian telah ceritakan, general knowledge di dalam internet pun telah ada untuk pembacaan umum. Semua tu boleh dibaca dan dilihat. Cuma saya nak lihat kepada permasalahan masyarakat yang paling asas pada hari ini, dan juga saya nak kaitkan dengan apa yang kami ajar di UniKL Mestek secara khususnya berkenaan vaksin ini. Gambar yang tengah tu saya letak tu yang mungkin semua orang kenal, YB Senator Datuk Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Al-Bakri, kita punya menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri Hal Ehwal Agama. Dia sendiri pun orang yang faqih agama, faham agama, dia sendiri pun mengambil vaksin. Itu point saya lah. Dia sendiri pun mengambil vaksin. So dia faham, walaupun timbul permasalahan masyarakat pada hari ini, dia sendiri faham vaksin ini selamat dan keperluan vaksin. Nanti kita sentuh sikit kan, cerita selamat tak selamat, halal haram tak halal haramnya kan, dan sebagainya. Dan juga kita punya Tan Sri KP Kementerian Kesihatan kita, Datuk Nur Hisham sendiri, dan juga ada warga emas yang telah divaksin sekarang ni kan, dalam fasa kita nak beri vaksinasi kepada warga emas. Alhamdulillah setakat ini proses ataupun pemberian vaksin ini dalam keadaan selamat. Cuma proses tu mungkin ada penambahbaikan tu. Biasalah tu, kita nak memberi vaksin kepada 32 juta orang penduduk Malaysia ni dengan kaki tangan yang mungkin tak seramai boleh menampung keperluan individu tu. Jadi harapnya bersabarlah untuk proses itu. InsyaAllah tahun ini semua semua orang macam yang disebut oleh pihak kementerian ni akan dapat vaksin, dos-dos vaksin yang akan diberikan. Yang itu yang kita perlu bersabar sedikit. Dan juga hari ini saya nak sentuh juga dari segi ilmu sains asas tentang uh, permasalahan vaksin hari ini yang mungkin ditimbulkan di social media, dalam WhatsApp group jiran tetangga lah sebagainya kan, yang kadang-kadang kita pun tak tahu sumbernya. Ada juga yang bertanya tentang selamat tak selamat vaksin, itu yang saya akan sharekan hari ini. Dan again saya sebutkan ini adalah pengetahuan asas saja. Pengetahuan asas supaya kita ataupun saya nak ceritakan tentang suatu kejadian yang berfakta. Sebagaimana juga ada orang yang tak percaya COVID-19, ada yang tak percaya vaksin yang mengutarakan berdasarkan adakah ia satu fakta ataupun satu telahan. Sekarang ni banyak konspirasi teori ni. Maksudnya kita kena faham dia, asas yang boleh katakan untuk pengetahuan orang awam, bukan sahaja mereka yang ada dalam masyarakat saintifik ataupun komuniti saintifik itu sendiri. Dan sebelum saya cerita dengan lebih lanjut tentang permasalahan masyarakat berkenaan vaksin dan sebagainya ini, suka juga saya nak menyatakan seperti mana mungkin masyarakat umum di Malaysia kenal UniKL kan. UniKL biasanya dikenali, UniKL ni, kalau sebut UniKL, orang biasa kenal majoriti program-program yang ditawarkan di UniKL ni adalah berasaskan engineering teknologi. Yang itu betul. Itu engineering teknologi, itu betul. Tapi kita ada juga di peringkat UniKL ni, kita ada juga program-program lain dan juga kita ada program yang berbentuk sains kesihatan bersekutu. Kita ada juga program berbentuk perubahan. Kita juga, cuma saya hari ini mewakili kampus ataupun institut yang menawarkan program berkaitan profession dalam bidang sains kesihatan bersekutu. Kalau kata translationnya dalam English, Allied Health Sciences. Yang ini, program ni bukan program baru. Bukan program baru wujud di Malaysia. Sebenarnya dia dah lama dah. Sebab itu saya nak bawa semua hari ini yang mendengar ataupun yang melihat, menonton, mengimbau kembali kedatangan COVID-19 yang berlaku dalam 2 tahun lepas. Bagi saya secara peribadinya, saya lihat bila COVID ini datang, dia satu proses pementasan bagi profession di dalam bidang sains kesihatan khususnya. Dia tidak kelihatan. Sebabnya apa dia tak kelihatan? Dia biasa mereka yang bekerja di belakang tabir. Belakang tabir maksudnya dia tidak jumpa dengan terus pesakit ataupun mereka yang datang membuat saringan kesihatan dan sebagainya. Dia duduk di dalam makmal contohnya, ataupun dia bekerja selepas proses-proses pemeriksaan kesihatan itu ada. Yang saya sharekan juga hari ini, gambar-gambar, ini adalah gambar alumni kami dan juga staf kami yang terlibat di waktu kedatangan COVID-19 daripada 2 tahun yang lepas. Dan mereka semua ni bekerja di belakang tabir. Ini saya suka coin the word backliner for the frontliner. Mereka ni adalah golongan-golongan frontliner sebenarnya. Tapi dia tak kelihatan. Macam contohnya, yang pakai macam spacesuit yang kat belakang ni, ni alumni kami yang bekerja di Makmal. Bekerja sebagai medical science officer ataupun kalau kata dia punya professionnya di dalam peringkat kemudian kita rujuk dia. Yang ni yang mana mereka bekerja, inilah mereka-mereka yang bekerja di makmal, yang bekerja, mungkin hari ni semua orang dah tahu kan, RT-PCR-nya lah, RTK antigen test, semua orang dah fasih dah tu, akronim orang dah tahu. Tapi kadang-kadang ada juga yang saya pun bila jumpa dengan dan sebagainya. Dia pun kata, "Oh, ni sekurang-kurangnya dia tahu profession yang sebegini, adanya wujud profession sebegini." Tapi mereka-mereka ni kalau kata dia jarang turun di lapangan. Kalau kata dalam time kedatangan COVID ni, dia akan proses untuk buat RT-PCR dan sebagainya. Itu yang dia tak kelihatan. Profession lain dalam bidang sains, kesihatan, bidang perubatan yang biasanya kita kenal adalah medical doctor atau doktor perubatan, jururawat, dentist, pharmacist, uh, yang itulah yang parameter ini kepada mereka dalam profession ataupun
I think there seems to be some technical glitches and internet connection problem on Dr. Rizal's side, but no worries. While we wait for him to settle, the technical issues, let's just take a quick 5 minutes break, yeah? Alright, it seems that Dr. Rizal is still not back yet due to technical difficulties, but no worries. We'll wait for Dr. to come back to the stream. Let's just check out what UniKL has prepared for you.
UniKL, kita datang. UniKL, jadi cemerlang. Universiti Kuala Lumpur mercu tanda pendidikan MARA. Sertai kami bagi pengambilan ke program persediaan diploma, ijazah dan pascasiswaza hari ini. Layari unikl.edu.my, where knowledge is applied and dreams realized.
Alright, it seems that the speaker is still having some connection issues, so we'll be right back. All right, it seems that Dr. Rizal is back into the stream, so I'll just pull Dr. Rizal quick into the stream now. Hi, Dr. Rizal, everything okay?
Yeah, seems okay now. Sorry
All
for the
right.
interruption.
Okay.
The worst has happened.
No worries. All right. No worries. All right. So I'll just continue with your slides, and then you can just continue where you left off. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure whether this is where I left off, but I'm just gonna start from here onwards. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
right.
doctor. Okay.
Okay. So seperti mana yang saya sebut tadi lah, berkenaan dengan uh, COVID, kedatangan COVID dan sebagainya, dan juga asas ilmu sains yang berlaku hari ini, dan sebagaimana yang kita ketahui, kita sebelum kita bercerita ataupun mengetahui tentang vaksin itu secara detail penelitiannya itu, kita perlu juga tahu tentang perkara asas yang berkaitan dengan bagaimana kita mengesan COVID yang hadir, dan juga itulah ilmu asasnya itu yang perlu diketahui adalah bila kita mengambil jurusan sebagaimana yang ditawarkan di UniKL Mestek secara khususnya, yang berkaitan dengan sains kesihatan bersekutu, dan ini sedikit sebanyak memberi asas disiplin ilmu sains yang mana kemudian kita dapat bercerita dengan lebih lanjut berkenaan macam mana kita nak menangani suatu pandemik yang berlaku, seperti yang berlaku sekarang dengan kedatangan COVID-19. Macam mana kita nak tengok, kita nak tackle permasalahan dari segi wabak yang menular di seluruh negara. Ini semua adalah perkara-perkara asas yang mana perlu diketahui oleh pelajar, dan pelajar-pelajar yang melalui jurusan ini, termasuk pelajar-pelajar yang saya ajar sendiri di dalam subjek ataupun kursus-kursus yang saya ajar, mereka perlu tahu asas bagaimana apa itu virus dan sebagainya. Iaitu kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut dari segi practical aspek, macam mana suatu vaksin itu dibuat, dibangunkan, perkara itu dia perlu belajar dengan peringkat lebih tinggilah, di peringkat masters dan PhD sebagainya. Tapi asas teori berkenaan dengan vaksin sebagainya, iaitu yang akan diajarkan dalam program-program sains kesihatan seperti mana yang saya maklumkan baru ni. Ya. Dan bercerita tentang setelah kita tahu adanya COVID ini, kita tahu adanya COVID dan kita boleh mengesan COVID dan sebagainya. Ini antara persoalan masyarakat yang saya sendiri pernah ditanya. Masyarakat, jiran-jiran pun tanya, ada kawan-kawan yang bertanya. Ini suatu perkara yang saya rasa persoalan asas yang tak perlu pun kita nak cerita tentang secara technicality berkenaan vaksin COVID-19 dan sebagainya. Ada soalan yang bertanyakan selamat ke vaksin COVID-19 ni. Ini pun antara persoalan yang kadang-kadang keluarga kita pun tanya, kan, bila kata baca tentang dapatan kajian, kita baca tentang apa yang disebut di dalam media sosial, di dalam berita pun ada sebut tentang kesan-kesan sampingan vaksin COVID-19. Yang ini menimbulkan suatu keraguan yang kemudiannya mungkin juga kita yang mula-mula percaya pun bila dengar berita-berita ini jadi gegar lutut jugalah. Jadi kita pun jadi terkesan, selamat ke tak selamat. Yang ini yang telah pun sebenarnya diberitahu secara asasnya, secara teliti, secara tuntas oleh pihak kementerian sendiri, dan juga memang ada dapatan-dapatan kajian yang katakan adanya side effect. Itu sebenarnya side effect ataupun kesan sampingan sama ada suatu ubat atau vaksin itu perkara yang memang boleh berlaku. Memang boleh berlaku. Selagi mana seperti mana yang disebut oleh pihak KKM ataupun dalam bidang sains kesihatan atau sains perubatan sendiri, yang mengatakan whenever the benefit outweigh the risk, so means that is something that a risk that is we should take in a way that kita boleh mengguna pakai supaya kita boleh kemudian membentuk satu yang apa yang kita inginkan adalah dari segi herd immunity yang kita selalu sebut, immunity berkelompok. Apa maksudnya itu? Yang ini sebenarnya selamat ke vaksin ini atau tidak selamat, ini pun kita merujuk kepada dapatan kajian. Memang berlaku di mana kesan-kesan sampingan yang berlaku seperti mana yang dilaporkan di sebelah Eropah, di banyak-banyak negara lain. Tapi dia tidak sampai ke peringkat mana dia mendatangkan mudarat yang besar kepada apa yang berlaku di Malaysia sekarang ini. Jadinya timbul juga persoalan, boleh percaya ke COVID-19 vaksin ini berkesan? Sebabnya persoalan yang timbul, ini ada satu fakta sejarah juga yang kita boleh tengok, fakta sejarah berkenaan dengan vaksin sendiri. Vaksin yang kalau kita lihat pembangunan suatu vaksin ataupun sebelum suatu vaksin itu dikeluarkan, dia mengambil masa yang lama. Mungkin ambil masa 10-15 tahun. Contoh yang saya selalu gunakan adalah bagaimana rotavirus vaksin dikeluarkan. Dia mengambil masa 20 tahun lebih, 25-26 tahun baru dapat keluar satu vaksin. Kalau nak cerita vaksin meningitis sebelum dia guna pakai oleh masyarakat dunia, dia lagi lama daripada tu. Tapi macam mana pula, ini satu persoalan yang timbul sekarang. Macam mana pula vaksin COVID-19 yang munculnya pada tahun 2019, 2021 ada vaksin. Yang ini yang kebanyakan konspirasi teoris yang keluarkan pendapat mereka masing-masing berdasarkan apa yang mereka ketahui, dan dia buat dia punya conclusion sendiri. Dia buat conclusion sendiri yang mengatakan vaksin yang sedia ada ini tidaklah sesuatu yang boleh dipercayai selamat. Cuma saya nak sentuh ni, itu satu fakta sejarah, satu fakta sejarah. Cuma saya nak sentuh di sini juga tentang sebab saya adalah salah seorang subject matter expert yang mengajar berkenaan penggunaan haiwan makmal ataupun lab animal untuk tujuan uji kaji dan sebagainya. Dan di sepanjang berlakunya pandemik COVID-19 ni, banyak penyelidik dan juga di mana universiti-universiti termasuk juga negara-negara yang menjalankan ujian yang kemudiannya dia memberi satu makluman ataupun contribute kepada betapa cepatnya berlaku ataupun pengeluaran vaksin COVID-19 ni. Saya nak kongsi hari ini satu website yang ini boleh dilihat oleh siapa-siapa pun, oleh semua masyarakat umum. European Animal Research Association. Ini adalah global overview of how animals are helping in COVID-19 research. Saya nak tunjukkan satu peta dunia. Saya harap ini boleh ditunjukkan. Mungkin semua boleh nampak ya ni. Yang ini adalah satu peta dunia yang mana saya kongsikan sekarang ni. Semua orang boleh pergi ke website ni, public.flourish.studio/visualization, nombor yang diberikan itu. Dan di sini adalah semua global overview of how animals are helping COVID-19 research. Apa yang saya nak tekankan di sini adalah persoalan yang timbul oleh masyarakat ataupun mereka-mereka yang kurang nak percaya adanya COVID-19 ini adalah logik atau tidak COVID-19, vaksin untuk COVID-19 ini boleh dikeluarkan dalam masa 2 tahun. Kita kena ambil perspektif dari mana kita lihat juga perkembangan teknologi yang berlaku sekarang. Kita tak boleh nak kata bias bila ada orang mengatakan sekarang ni semua maklumat boleh diperolehi di internet. Sama juga dengan apa yang berlaku dengan perkembangan sains sekarang. Kalau dilihat di sini, ini adalah peta dunia yang menunjukkan betapa banyaknya research ataupun kajian yang dilakukan untuk membangunkan vaksin. Yang ini di peringkat negara-negara Eropah. Yang berlaku daripada 2019. Ini data ini dimasukkan oleh mereka-mereka yang secara voluntary masukkan data, dia kongsi data ini untuk kemudian diguna pakai untuk membangunkan vaksin. Ini hanya nak lihat pada negara Eropah saja kan. Di negara ini pun ada yang bertindan lagi ni. Banyak lagi kalau kita lihat. Nanti kita pergi ke peringkat Asia pula. Yang ini di belah Amerika, di mana banyak juga research yang ataupun kajian dijalankan untuk membantu di mana vaksin COVID-19 ini dibangunkan. Dan itu peringkat Amerika, Eropah, dan juga kita lihat di sini the birthplace of COVID-19 lah boleh kata, di China sendiri pun, mereka sendiri pun melaksanakan banyak kajian-kajian yang menumpukan kepada vaksin, pembangunan vaksin di universiti dan juga di disebut sebagai government sector yang membantu. Dan di Malaysia juga kita ada di sini yang direkodkan di sini adalah di Malaysian Institute of Medical Research yang membantu dalam kita mengenal pasti COVID-19 dan pembangunan vaksin sebagainya. Di Indonesia pun ada. Ini semua adalah rekod-rekod yang ada sekarang ni. Yang ini adalah kenyataan, ini adalah fakta lah yang kita ada. Cuma ada juga negara yang dia tidak share data, sebagai contoh Rusia ni lah. Rusia dia memang agak sekretif, sebab tu Rusia dia negara yang memang terkehadapan dari segi pembuatan vaksin. Dia pun ada dia punya vaksin Sputnik 5-nya, yang itu dia tak kongsi, dia lebih sekretif. Tapi tak apalah. Cuma saya nak sebut di sini adalah satu dunia dalam masa 2 tahun yang lepas, we are fighting the common enemy. Semua satu dunia, maksudnya semua orang melihat kepada bagaimana kita nak melawan penularan COVID-19 yang berlaku sekarang. Yang itu yang kata semua data-data saintifik ini dikongsi dalam apa kita sebut sebagai internet based. Bermaksud kalau kita bandingkan dengan apa kita katakan ilmu yang kita sedia ada dengan juga perkembangan teknologi IT dan internet ni, kalau dulu satu penerbitan perubatan itu dilaksanakan ataupun dibuat, diterbitkan, dia mungkin perlu dicetak dan sebagainya, mengambil masa lama sebelum kumpulan penyelidik lain di bahagian lain dunia dapat baca dan sebagainya. Tapi sekarang tidak lagi. Sekarang apa dapatan kajian yang dapat pada pagi ni, kalau kata lepas tu dihantar untuk penerbitan, minggu depan dah boleh terbit, minggu depan dah ada dalam internet ataupun dalam web base untuk kemudian dibaca dan dikaji atau ditambah baik oleh penyelidik lain yang kemudian membawa kepada bagaimana ilmu-ilmu pembuatan vaksin itu boleh berjalan dan bergerak dengan pantas. Yang itu yang menjawab persoalan bagaimana logik atau tidak logik suatu vaksin yang macam COVID-19 ini boleh keluar dalam masa 2 tahun. Sebabnya ada juga yang buat perbandingan, kita di Malaysia ni vaksin untuk denggi pun tak ada lagi. Itu juga betul. Tapi kita kena lihatlah, adakah satu dunia membantu kita nak melawan denggi? Tidak seperti mana yang berlaku dengan COVID-19 sekarang ni. Iaitu yang menunjukkan sekarang ni, itu adalah suatu yang perkara yang memang berlaku berasaskan sains dan disiplin ilmu yang sedia ada. Dan kita juga kena harus ingat di sini, bila kita bercerita tentang pendidikan yang berlaku di sini, bagaimana sebenarnya sesuatu perkara itu bila dia berlaku dalam peringkat ilmu vaksin dan ilmu coronavirus ni, kita kena sedia maklum juga, saya kembali slide balik, kita kena maklum juga bahawasanya ilmu pembuatan vaksin yang ada di dunia ni bukan ilmu baru. Dia bukan ilmu baru. Dia bukan baru COVID-19 muncul baru orang nak belajar buat vaksin. Tidak. Dia dah ada berpuluh tahun dah. Maksudnya ilmu vaksin tu dah ada berpuluh tahun. Dan ilmu coronavirus, spesifiknya coronavirus ataupun umumnya, maksud saya, umumnya coronavirus ni juga bukan ilmu baru. Coronavirus tu. Tapi yang ilmu baru adalah coronavirus variants COVID-19 ini yang baru. Coronavirus ni ada juga dulu. Kalau siapa yang ikut berita yang berlaku dulu, ada Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS, yang berasaskan coronavirus juga. Yang itu juga adalah bentuk-bentuk coronavirus. Cumanya coronavirus ini bukanlah satu ilmu baru. Kalau kita sekalikan ilmu apa kita sebut ilmu vaksin dah ada, ilmu coronavirus dah ada, cuma kita sesuaikan dengan keadaan pandemik COVID-19 yang berlaku ini, bermaksud dalam segi kata pembuatan ataupun bagaimana vaksin untuk COVID-19 ini dibangunkan, dia bukanlah bermula daripada kosong. It does not start from scratch. Boleh katakan we already half of the way there when it comes to development of COVID-19 vaccine. Dah separuh jalan dah. Separuh jalan. So maknanya kita hanya perlu satu dunia fokuskan bagaimana kita nak melawan penularan COVID-19 ini, dan alhamdulillah saya lihat perkembangan baik, mana satu dunia boleh katakan berlumba-lumba untuk membantu supaya dapat mengeluarkan satu vaksin yang membantu satu dunia. Sama ada persoalan itu nak segi kata untuk tujuan bisnes dan sebagainya, itu kita letak ke tepi dululah. Yang pentingnya sekarang kita nak memastikan ada cara untuk kita melawan penularan COVID-19 yang berlaku sekarang ini. Itu yang suatu persoalan yang kita boleh katakan boleh menjawab apa yang berlaku di dalam kegusaran ataupun persoalan-persoalan yang ditimbulkan oleh masyarakat. Banyak lagi yang boleh katakan, saya pun ada dapat juga artikel-artikel yang mana mengatakan ada satu artikel macam scrapbook, dia ambil kajian profesor itu daripada universiti sana, universiti sini, dan kemudian dia sekalikan dalam satu bentuk buku untuk menyatakan COVID-19 ni sebenarnya tidak wujud. Ini COVID-19 ni adalah satu sesemua yang biasa-biasa saja. Harus diingat sejarah juga menyatakan Spanish flu dahulu adalah suatu sesemua yang dianggap biasa-biasa juga. Tapi kesannya sangat mendukacitakan. Yang itu yang katakan kita kena lihat, kita kena faham disiplin ataupun seni penulisan saintifik itu sendiri. Kita tak boleh nak kata ambil satu kajian Profesor A, Profesor B, Profesor C dan kita buat kita punya conclusion sendiri. Kalau kata dalam komuniti saintifik sendiri, kita ada apa kita sebut sebagai systematic review. Systematic review yang mana kita kena faham sebelum kita buat suatu konklusi daripada dapatan kajian orang-orang berbeza tu, kita kena buat suatu objektif apa yang kita nak lihat, dan systematic review membantu supaya dia menyatakan apa yang disebut itu adalah suatu yang benar. Kita kena lihat objektif satu kajian. Ada objektif kajian tu dia profesor statistik, mungkin fokus kajian itu berbeza. Ada profesor tu fokusnya adalah pembuatan vaksin, fokusnya objektifnya adalah beza. Kita tak boleh nak suka-suka hati sekalikan katakan buat konklusi sendiri dengan mengatakan inilah yang mengatakan COVID-19 ni sebenarnya sesemua biasa-biasa saja. Iaitu yang kita kena faham tu, disiplin ilmu dari segi penulisan saintifik ni sendiri. Sebabnya kalau dalam segi kita baca apa-apa artikel berkenaan dengan penyidikan dapatan kajian, dia ada disebut sebagai maksud tersurat dan juga ada maksud tersirat. What is stated, what is real fact, dan juga conclusion based on dia punya perbandingan dengan apa yang berlaku di dalam dibandingkan dengan kajian-kajian yang lain. Itu kita kena faham. Sebabnya kita tak boleh nak ambil tangkap muat saja berdasarkan apa satu dapatan kajian dan kita sekalikan untuk menyatakan kita punya andaian kita sendiri. Itu suatu yang kita ajarkan juga pada pelajar-pelajar kita, khususnya di UniKL Mestek. Kita ada satu kursus yang kita namakan Scientific Communication. Scientific Communication yang macam mana kita nak memastikan, saya melihat pelajar-pelajar UniKL Mestek dan juga pelajar UniKL secara umumnya, mereka ni adalah ambassador untuk kita bergelut dengan permasalahan masyarakat. Kena ada cara yang paling mudah untuk menjelaskan kepada masyarakat perkara-perkara asas tentang sains dan sebagainya. Sebab kalau kata dalam masyarakat atau komuniti saintifik ni, bolehlah kita cerita dengan perkataan bombastik dan sebagainya. Mereka mungkin faham, tapi kalau dengan masyarakat umum, mungkin kita kena tone down supaya mereka faham dan mereka sendiri pun boleh ambil apa maksud yang kita cuba sampaikan itu. Dan seterusnya, antara persoalan masyarakat yang juga berlaku hari ini, yang ini adalah ini bukan bidang saya. Saya bukan seorang ustaz lah, kan. Kalau kata, "Oh, ni pakai kopiah ni ustaz kot," kan. Saya bukan ustaz lah. Saya mengambil uh, apa ataupun fatwa, keputusan yang telah diperbincangkan di peringkat muzakarah kebangsaan berkenaan dengan halal, sebab mereka lah ahlinya, ulama'nya, yang mereka yang faqih tentang uh, subjek ini, bercerita tentang halal ke vaksin. Ini suatu yang biasa kita dengar, dan biasanya bila kita sebut halalnya vaksin ni bila ada sumber binatang. Sumber binatang. Bila kita kata ini sumber daripada porcine, daripada babi ataupun khinzir, kan, ini tak halal ni, kan. Ini tak halal. Dan juga walaupun yang itu dah tentu kita nak mempersoalkan, lepas tu ada juga yang mempersoalkan ini datang daripada binatang yang bukan babi atau khinzir, ini datang daripada lembu. Persoalan seterusnya adalah, ni lembu ni siapa yang sembelih, kan. Itu antara perkara-perkara yang biasa ditanya oleh masyarakat di Malaysia, sebab kita majoriti masyarakat kita Muslim. Yang ini, perkara ini bukan perkara baru juga, bukan perkara baru, telah pun disentuh oleh peringkat muzakarah kebangsaan Islam, ulama kita, mufti pun dah sebut, dah buat dia buat penerangan secara tuntas tentang persoalan halal haram suatu vaksin atau ubat. Bukan vaksin sajalah, ubat juga. Dan juga ini pun saya quote daripada konsep apa yang telah disebut oleh para ulama kita, konsep istihalah dan istihlak. Ini suatu yang ada, yang telah diperbincangkan secara panjang lebar di peringkat muzakarah. Boleh juga masyarakat kalau kata yang rajin membaca, boleh juga pergi terus ke website ini. Saya cuba buka. Okey, yang ini adalah website yang dibangunkan oleh Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia sendirilah, yang mana dia menceritakan ini post yang telah dibuat, diletak di website ini pada tahun ni lah, 25 Januari 2021. Yang ini telah menceritakan tentang semula vaksin ini, keperluan secara tuntasnya, apa hukumnya, dan ini yang kita sebutkan, yang saya sebut tadi, konsep istihalah dan juga istihlak. Yang ini mungkin semua boleh baca. Bukannya perkara baru. Saya pun macam saya sebut tadi lah di awal, sekarang ni masyarakat faham, dia nak tahu tentang perkara-perkara ini lagi, tapi ini antara ilmu yang saya rasa bagus untuk semua orang tahu, supaya masyarakat yang tahu boleh memberitahu kepada masyarakat yang tidak tahu. Iaitu yang saya nak sampaikan hari ini. Kalau kata yang dah tahu, kita sampai kepada yang tak tahu, dan boleh buat rujukan kepada website yang ini, yang memberikan informasi daripada ahli-ahlinya yang menceritakan tentang konsep istihalah, yang mana kita sebut bagaimana proses semula jadi memberi kesan kepada perubahan hukum. Ini semua bukan perkara baru. Yang ini yang kita lihatkan kepada mana kita ambil sumber porcine tu. Bukanlah kalau kata suatu vaksin ubat tu tidak halal, ada unsur babi tu, dia seolah-olah mengambil seekor babi, seekor khinzir tu, dicampakkan ke dalam tong fermentasi tu untuk dijadikan stabilizer. Bukan begitu. Mungkin kadang-kadang andaian kita ni di luar kotak sedikit, kita pun nampak perkara ni yang suatu yang sebenarnya tidak seperti apa yang berlaku secara zahirnya. Dan juga kita ada konsep istihlak yang mungkin ada bercampur dengan bahan haram, tapi yang mana bahan sucinya berlipat kali ganda lagi daripada bahan yang haram tersebut. Ini adalah untuk kita menangani COVID-19 dengan adanya kedatangan vaksin. Memang kita diberitahu, kalau siapa yang membaca tentang vaksin yang ada pada hari ini, yang memang dah mengatakan, dah membuat declaration secara umum tentang tiadanya sumber binatang di dalam vaksin mereka, adalah yang disebut oleh syarikat Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna. Itu memang dia sebut tak ada unsur-unsur binatang. Tapi kalau kata ada pun unsur binatang, dia dibolehkan disebabkan adanya konsep istihalah dan istihlak ni. Ini boleh baca. Yang ini bukan saya kata, ini adalah sesuatu yang telah diperbincangkan di peringkat muzakarah kebangsaan, dan juga telah disebut oleh peringkat Kementerian Kesihatan sendiri. bermaksud ini tidak ada sepatutnya menjadi suatu permasalahan buat masa ini, dan insyaAllah segala vaksin yang dibawa masuk itu adalah suatu yang diharuskan untuk diambil sekurang-kurangnya, dan itu adalah untuk kemaslahatan umum sebenarnya, untuk supaya semua masyarakat kemudiannya adalah terselamat daripada berlakunya lebih teruk wabak COVID-19 yang ada sekarang ini. So saya harap semua yang dapat manfaat daripada perkongsian saya hari ini boleh juga kemudiannya sampaikan kepada mereka yang tak tahu, supaya mereka jadi lebih tahu. Dan mungkin satu yang saya nak lontarkan jugalah tentang bila melihat kepada perkembangan sains di Malaysia, dan juga peranan termasuk saya juga sebagai seorang saintis dan juga Muslim, yang mana kita selalu bila timbul ubat baru, vaksin baru, kita akan timbullah soalan macam ni, halal ke haram dan sebagainya. Tapi mungkin saya juga nak memanggil komuniti saintifik di luar sana kan, kita menjadi satu persoalan. Kalau kata kita dah ramai saintis Muslim, ada juga negara-negara Islam yang kaya raya, mengapa tidak kita cuba bangunkan vaksin yang memang terbukti halal daripada awal sampai akhir pembuatannya. Itu lebih cantik. Mungkin ini satu yang mungkin nanti pelajar-pelajar yang masuk ke UniKL yang mungkin boleh jadi pelopor untuk membangunkan perkara-perkara sebegini. Dan halal industri bukannya industri yang kecil, industri yang sangat besar. Yang mungkin kalau kata dikeluarkan suatu ubatan, suatu vaksin yang halal, insyaAllah ramai yang mungkin akan mengambil apa yang disebut sebagai vaksin atau ubatan halal ini. Wallahu alam, itu tapi suatu yang mungkin kita boleh fikirkan di masa hadapan, insyaAllah. Dan akhir sekali lah untuk saya sampaikan untuk yang mendengar dan juga pada hari ini, ini suatu yang saya rasakan bagi saya, sebagai saya suka membaca tentang teori-teori evolusi, dan di peringkat asas ilmu sainsnya, bila kita lihat kepada theory of evolution, ini suatu yang mungkin semua orang pernah dengar, the theory of evolution, yang menyebut it's not the most intellectual of the species that survives, it's not the strongest that survive, but the species that survive is the one that is able to adapt and adjust to the changing environment in which it finds itself. So bermaksud di sini, inilah norma baru sekarang yang kita tengah lalui. Inilah norma baru. Secara tidak zahir lah kita lihat, sebenarnya manusia sedang berevolusi, to the fact that kita berevolusi yang mana kita dimanipulasi, mungkin boleh digunakan perkataan dimanipulasi oleh persekitaran kita, macam mana kita nak adapt. Sebelum ni tak pernah terfikir pun nak ada physical distancing, pakai mask, hand sanitizer dan sebagainya. Tak pernah terfikir pun. Saya suka jogging pagi-pagi, tak pernah terfikir pun kalau jogging dengan kawan kena 1 meter jauh. Tak boleh nak borak dah. Itu suatu perkara norma baru. But insyaAllah, I think it's for the best. Biasanya suatu proses sains ataupun suatu proses biologi, bila dia berevolusi, dia akan berevolusi secara orang kata very minute. Kita tak nampak, kadang-kadang tak nampak, dan kita tak akan berevolusi macam yang kita lihat di dalam filem atau movie, tiba-tiba boleh ada superpower dan sebagainya. Itu lebih kepada imagination lah. Tapi yang ini teori evolusi yang berlaku, yang sekarang kita lalui. And cuma message yang ada di dalam teori of evolusi ini adalah kita kena adapt dengan adjust. Saya tahu masing-masing ada permasalahan masing-masing untuk adjust dan challenges masing-masing lah, dengan dari segi ekonominya, dari segi pekerjaannya, dari segi daily activity-nya. Semua itu memang satu cabaran untuk kita adjust ataupun kita nak menyesuaikan diri, tapi hopefully it's for the best. And alhamdulillah, bila semua dah divaksin di satu Malaysia, mungkin kita boleh kembali ke norma, berkata norma lama tidaklah, tapi aktiviti-aktiviti biasa yang kita boleh lakukan dengan norma baru yang sedia ada. Ini sebahagian daripada proses kehidupan atau theory of evolution that's currently we are experiencing, and hopefully in the future it's for the best, and we all strive for the best as well, insyaAllah. Jadi saya rasa itu setakat ini untuk saya punya perkongsian pada hari ini, dan daripada saya nak juga mengatakan bahawasanya kalau dari segi apa yang kita ajarkan kepada pelajar, dari segi ilmu-ilmu yang saya sampai itu adalah ilmu asas. I can say that I only scratch the surface of what we have mentioned, and on the topic, I hope that I did justice to the topic I'm presenting today. But I try to make it as layman as possible so that everybody can understand. But my goal is that whenever you have this kind of understanding, you have this kind of knowledge, you can also disseminate the information to others yang mungkin ada keraguan, yang mungkin ada was-was, tapi yang saya juga nak menarik perhatian para pendengar ataupun yang melihat pada hari ini adalah if you want to get to know more about all this, the world of science, biology science, biomedical science, and so on, you come and join UniKL Mestec in particular, and we can explore the world of biology, and it is something which is quite wonderful, especially when you talk about something that you can't see with your naked eyes. You don't know what to expect, and you have to use equipment. So that is when what we always say at UniKL, it's not just about theoretical aspect of what we teach all the students, but the practical aspect, the hands-on is what we emphasize on, so that student will then have the technical skills to do what they're supposed to do in their profession, and at the same time they have a critical thinking to ask question. And as a student at university, I always encourage students to debate, and debate whatever information that is been given by your lecturers, by your teachers, or by the lab demonstrators, because that is how the knowledge of science evolve, especially in biology. The knowledge needs to evolve. Whatever I'm sharing today, bear in mind, in the next few days or maybe next week, the information that I have shared today might be obsolete. It's outdated altogether. So this is something that we have uh, to appreciate, and how fast the knowledge about biology is evolving, and with the enthusiasm of all the staff at UniKL Master and UniKL in general, we hope we can help students, potential students, achieve what they want to learn, and at the end of the day, they can get what is best suited for them for the future undertaking, inshallah. So thank you very much for the session. I hope I did not take too much time, and I'm sorry for the connection problem just
No worries,
now.
doctor. No worries.
Right.
All
So
right.
back to you, Miss Nina.
Yes. All right. So now that we've nearing the end of the session, let's just go ahead and look at the Q&A. We'll just do a quick Q&A session right here. Doctor, if you look at the comment section on your right hand side, I have to scroll a little bit.
Okay.
The first question is one from Alia. Can you see it, doctor?
From hang on.
Mm.
From, is it from Aina
Uh,
or Alia?
yes, Alia.
Alia, alright, okay. The question is, hello sir, are there any instances in Islamic history of Islamic figures taking vaccine? This is not well documented, of course, but we do know for sure in the era of the scholars, they do have this practice of physical distancing, disinfecting, and so on, and this is something which is not new. Meaning, even in Islamic history, if you read about it, whenever there's a pandemic that happens in one area, don't go there. And that's the basic aspect, the basic knowledge that we should understand. And the vaccine or the medication that comes to either combat whatever pandemic that happens, that is something which comes later part. And of course, the development of technology helps, especially in the field of science. And in biology, we can't say for sure what will happen next. That is why I would say the beauty in biological research, especially when you do research, when you do some sort of research, you're presenting research at a big conference, and then people ask you questions that you don't know the answer to that, you can simply answer, I don't know. It does not mean that you don't know, you have no knowledge at all. It means that the knowledge is not there yet. And hopefully there will be some other guy that in the line, in the same field of study, will then progress and develop and help to then uh, bring about new knowledge to this. To answer Alia just now, we do know some practices that with regards to making sure that we are not in content, or we're not in communication with people that has this kind of diseases, and we should be avoiding that. In terms of vaccine, it comes later part of the history in that case.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. We can move on. Dr. Richman.
Right. Okay. I heard a lot of people saying that we should leave it all to fate and such, but isn't seeking a cure for COVID-19 a must? I thought looking for help is encouraged in Islam. This is true. We could not just, true, not just to leave it to fate. We should have, of course, the effort to combat whatever situation that we are in. We cannot just leave it to everything, just saying that COVID is now happening. Let's go and make dua. Eh, that does not something that will help to get rid of COVID. Dua is, of course, definitely, as mentioned by the scholar, uh, in translation in BM, senjata orang mukmin. We understand that, but it has to come with an effort. Of course, I always mention the fact that as a Muslim, what we need to understand is that usaha, ikhtiar, tawakal, and doa. Those are the basic aspect of it, right?
Right.
Doa and tawakal should come later, which means you have to put effort first. You have to put effort 100%, and then you have to make doa and prayer 100%. You cannot just 50-50 and hoping for the best. That will not help to, uh, whatever encounter or solve any problems in this matter. Yeah. So hopefully that answer Zulfazrina question. Okay. Right. Teresa Lynn David asked, what's Islam's opinion on spreading misinformation about the vaccine? This is quite interesting. Thank you, Ms. Teresa Lynn David. Of course, it's not something which is good. I always say that when you want to learn about Islam, you should not look at the Muslim, and this is something I have experienced myself. And but if you want to know more about the teaching of Islam, the good teaching of Islam, you have to read the book, which is a valid book by the what you call as scholars, the big scholars, the Imam of Madhab, Imam Muqtabar, they call it, and they have all this information which talks about a good practice of Islam. For example, Imam Al Ghazali, he wrote a book called Bidayatul Hidayah, which is talking about the way of Islam, how they speak, how they walk, how they talk, and including how they spread information about this. And of course, it's not something which is acceptable in Islam. If you are spreading misinformation, that is equal to telling lies, which is
Yeah.
definitely not just about Islamic teaching. Any religion educate us not to tell lies. So that is
Yeah.
something which is very big, basic information. So definitely, it's forbidden. It's forbidden. It's not supposed to happen. But with the power of social media nowadays,
Yeah.
it's simply uncontrollable.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I can comment on what Risa Lin mentioned just now. Okay. Uh,
The last question
there's
here.
one question. Have you taken the vaccine? Which is not as administered using a needle. It's so scary. I think this is more like a uh, what you can call it, a comment which I'm not in control of how you give vaccine. At the moment, there's the best way of giving vaccine is using syringes and needles. That is
Right.
the only way, unless I don't think you can eat vaccine for now and can give
Would,
it orally.
would we progress?
Mm.
I guess the biotech, biomedical field is constantly progressing, with technology. Will there be a day where we get to witness taking like vaccines even orally without using needle? Because there are people who are afraid of needles. That's like a phobia against it. Will we reach a point where we can orally take our vaccine? Is it possible even in
Yeah,
the medical field?
if you talk about possibility, yes, there's always a possibility. But then again, you have to look at how vaccine is being developed at the very
Right.
fundamental aspect of it. Because some of the vaccine invented, they use live attenuated, they call it a weakened virus, which means it has
Right.
to be
Yes.
live.
Yes.
You cannot simply use that and eat orally, and because that will definitely ruin the whole vaccine
Right. Right.
effectiveness
Right.
altogether, right?
All right.
So
Um.
maybe can I address just one last thing before I end?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Just for public sake, and I think
Mhm.
one of the things that I want to mention is with regards to the current technological advancement. Nowadays, knowledge is at your fingertip, and
Mm.
I think we all have to be very we have to be very aware of what we are googling, because right now Professor Google is the most famous professor in the world. You can google
Mhm.
anything, he will answer every question. But
Yes.
in the fact that whenever you use Google, make sure that you have a proper guidance compass, and so that you will not be lost in the jungle of information. I always refer Google as jungle of information. And whenever you go into a jungle, what you must do is that you must have a proper guidance. You have to be open
Right.
minded. You take all the information that is bad and what is good, and you make your own judgment based on
Right.
the proper guidance that you have. Right? So that's
That's
my
true.
message to the all listeners and viewers today, inshallah.
Wow.
So
Thank you so
thank you
much,
very
doctor. That's
much.
yeah. That's very insightful. Just a quick one, Doctor Rizal. Just to wrap things up, do you have any parting words of advice for students who are interested in pursuing a career or even pursuing their studies in the biomedical science field, even just biology field?
Yeah, right. So my message to all potential students who are interested in biology in particular, you can come and join us. We can together explore, because the world of biology is boundless. You have
Mhm.
I don't see boundaries in the near future, of course. And with the current ongoing development in the profession itself, we have the new Allied Health Science Act in practice, where we be having our own Majlis profession. The I would say that the field is wide open, and anybody can explore. And I do believe that people will have good future uh, in the either this near future or in the far future. But the fact that this current profession is developing, which is a good sign. And now that most of the people in the world know all the aspect of biology, at least in the basic science of it. So it's a good knowledge for all. And yes, if you want to come and join us, you are most welcome. I'll be waiting here at my campus, inshallah. So
All right.
thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Rizal, for your insights and perspective. We hope that our audience has gained some valuable information from this session. Thank you again, Dr. Rizal. Thank you so much for having us, and have a good day, Dr. Rizal.
Right. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum
Thank you. Bye bye,
warahmatullah.
Dr. Rizal.
Bye.
All right. All right. Thank you so much to our audience who tuned in, joining for our session with Dr. Rizal of University Kuala Lumpur. Up next, we have Mr. Vasan Bharatan from Imperial International College, who will share with you everything there is to know about foundation studies, the fast pathway with Imperial International College. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned for more. And if you're at the fair, do visit UniKL's virtual booth and check out all the offering programs that's available. And for those of you who just joined us, welcome to our webinar series as part of the EduAdvisors Virtual Education Fair, with an exciting lineup of speakers who will be weighing in on a variety of topics such as the eternal borderless experience in hospitality and tourism, vaccine, scientific knowledge, and the Islam perspective, as well as foundation studies, the fast pathway with Imperium International College. All right, I see our next speaker in the session. I'll just pull up Mr. Vasan in. Hi, Mr. Vasan. Good evening.
Hi, Nina. Good to see you back again. I think
Yes,
this is the
yes,
second time we are meeting.
yes, yes, yes. Good to have you on board
Okay.
with us. All right, just
Thanks.
super
Thanks for
quick.
the opportunity. Yeah. Go ahead,
No worries,
Nina.
no worries, doctor. All right, so just a quick introduction to our audience. We have you today. We have Mr. Vasan Bharathan, Head of Center for Foundation Programs at Imperium International College, who's sharing with you about the fast pathway with Imperium College, as well as all the programs that's available there. Just a little background about the esteemed speaker today. He's the head of center at ICFP and also a lecturer at the college. Mr. Vasan Bharathan has extensive prior corporate experience in the banking industry, serving two major banks in business outsourcing from the Europe to Asia regions for over 10 years. With a first-class degree in IT and after immense global business exposure and experience, he pursued his MBA specializing in business outsourcing in the banking industry. Currently, he fulfills his responsibility as a head of Department of Foundation and A-Level Studies and as a lecturer, guides students pursuing their studies within the foundation, diploma, degree, and also master's program, partnership with Anglia Ruskin University in the UK. With a profound amount of knowledge and insight about the world of business migration and outsourcing. Wow, it's quite an accolade, Mr. Vasan. All right, so Mr. Vasan, you can prep your slides. So you can prepare your
Okay.
slides before, yeah, in the meantime. So to our live audience watching, if you have any questions for Mr. Vasan, do leave a comment and we'll get them answered at the end of the session. Also, don't forget to check out Imperium International College virtual booth while you're at the fair. All right, Mr. Vasan, is everything all right on your end?
Yes. Yeah. Do you want me to? I can share the slides right now,
Yeah,
right?
you can share the
Is
slides
it
now.
fine for me? Yeah. Okay. Just give me
I
a minute.
still don't see it on the screen yet.
Yeah. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can you see this, Nina?
Yes, I can see it. Please
Okay.
go full
All
screen,
right.
Mr. Vasan.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Please
Come
go
again.
to full screen, full screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just give me a minute. So full screen, full screen, full screen, full screen. Okay.
All
Okay.
right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right,
Can you
okay,
see this? Yeah.
I'm gonna pull your stream up into the screen now. All right,
Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Vasan, you may take away.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Good evening, dear students and parents. Thanks for joining us. And I'm Mr. Vasan Varadhan, the lecturer and also head of department from Imperium International Foundation Studies. And I'm here to talk about the FAST pathway, FAST, FAST pathway with Imperium International College. All right. So before I can actually move on into the presentation, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you. I'm quite sure the SPM result was recently announced. The next step, I'm quite sure everyone, all the students are very much eager to look forward into tertiary education. What is next right after SPM? So what is there for us to actually give it to you all? Okay, so welcome along. I'm going to take you all to a little bit of information. And of course, there's going to be a bit of videos and tours involved in my presentation in order for everyone to see what is it all about in Imperium International College. Okay, without further ado, let's zoom in. Okay, now about us, Imperium International College. Now, formally, if you can see the slide, it's known as HELP College of Arts and Technology, and IICKL successfully completed the takeover of HELPCAT and resumed operation in March 2020. So it's a new branding, I would say. We just rebrand ourselves as Imperium International College, but the operation structure, the lecturers, the rest of the operation structure, very much similar. Our programs are similar. Our counterparts, our partner program, we still have the entire operation still running, but with just with a rebranding. All right. So hope you understand we are not a brand new college. I would say it's a brand new brand. So that's exactly what I want to say. Imperium International College, it's a new brand. Okay. Now, as an institution of higher learning, IIC offers students the opportunity to pursue homegrown programs such as whatever programs that we have it in our campus. That's what I was actually referring to, homegrown program, which is foundation studies, diploma and certificate programs. Of course, we have a partnership program which is on the next point that I'm going to talk to you, which is throughout our partnership with Anglia Ruskin University, we also offer 3+0 program where our undergraduate studies across accounting principle, business, engineering, and IT. So basically what we are doing, if you can see, we are giving you the access or information from the beginning of your journey with us, with foundation studies, all the way until you finish your entire degree program. Okay. Now, founded by Tengku Yaakob Khaira IIC KL, it's owned by MAA as part of its focus on expanding its education business. So this is our new venture, of course, with our founder, Tengku Yaakob Khaira, and it's been powered by MAA Group. Okay, so that is a little bit information for the students and parents on the history of IIC. Now, let's move on. Nina, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Nina,
yes,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Nina, I think you need to play the video for this slide.
All right.
Thank you, Nina. Yeah. You want me to stop share here?
As the sun goes down, doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter, no. Nothing's ever what we expect, but they keep asking where we go next. All we're chasing is the sunset. Got my mind on you. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter, no. If there's a moment when it's perfect, we'll carve our names as the sun goes down.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Nina. All right, I'm back to my presentation. All right.
Yes.
Nina, can you see this, yeah? Full screen.
Yeah. All right, great.
Perfect.
You may
Okay.
take the stage again. Right.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Nina, for playing the short video. For dear parents and students, probably you can see that what are the basic, what we play. The reason why we played this video is to show you all what is it there in campus. Unfortunately, with the pandemic currently, students are not allowed to visit the campus and sort of things. It's going to be very much on online education, which is it's been in practice for the past 1 year, and that is the reason why we want to actually give you a little bit of exposure on the facilities available within Imperium International College. Apart from that, what you can see here is basically our website. I will strongly recommend each and every one of you to just go into the website, whereby you can actually click here on virtual tour. This is readily available, and you will be able to see the entire virtual tour. Basically, we're going to take you into campus. You will be able to see and hear from each and every department heads on their respective programs and what are there actually in terms of facilities. You will be able to see. It comes as a very good package for you to understand us better. So I will definitely encourage you all, do spend some time, go into our website and check this out. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, this is where the tertiary education starts. Now we are coming to the content of it. So schools or department within Imperium International College. Now, as you can see, the far left, you have foundation program, which is definitely, I'm heading this program. In foundation program, we have foundation, a center of foundation program. Of course, I will tell you what are the programs available within Center of Foundation. We have American Degree Transfer Program, which is going to kickstart by next year. And of course, we have certificate program. So at this point of time, foundation programs and certificate program is readily available to cater for the SPM 2020 batch students, which is none other than you all. All right. Now that is on the foundation side of it. Now that's going to be a little bit, what's the next thing, which is going to be diploma program as well as degree program. You can see here, diploma and degree program. You can see Imperium International School, Business School, sorry, Imperium Business School, Imperium School of Engineering and Information Systems. So basically you can see this two school is catering for diploma as well as degree program all the way through. Okay, and of course you have another degree program within us, which is Imperium School of Culinary Arts, Hospitality and Tourism. Now we have done on the foundation, diploma, degree. Now let's look into professional accounting. We have Imperium Center for Professional Accountancy. This is where the ACCA going to come in. And the last but not least, we are still expanding, but what I'm showing to you all right now is basically on what we have at this point of time. Now, General Studies and Language, Imperium Center for General Studies and Soft Skill Development, as well as Imperium Center for Contemporary Languages. So this is a helicopter view, I will say. It's a whole package. What are the departments and schools available within our structure, Imperium International College? Now we have looked into the schools and department. Now it's time for us to zoom in further into respective programs. So courses offered at Imperium. Let's look into one by one. Of course, my focus will be on foundation program. That is the reason why we are here. Fast track of foundation program. So we have 5 programs that we are actually offering to you all. Okay. Commonly, if you go to the most of the universities, usually they will offer 2, which is foundation in science and foundation in arts. But over here, we are actually offering foundation in business, which is very much similar to foundation in science. And the other one, very much similar to foundation in arts. So the other one is foundation in science, concentrated for science subject. Those students coming right after SPM from science background, you are always welcome to do science subject if you want to further your studies into engineering or IT or even any streams that you want to move on. Okay. So the third one is foundation in liberal arts, foundation in social science, and foundation in information technology. I'm quite sure all of you are well versed with business science, information technology. These are the 3 common ones. So what is foundation in liberal arts? Basically, here we expose students to a range of topics in the field of humanities, human nature, and experiences. So this is very much on liberal arts. What about social science? This covers broad range of study within business law, politics, economics, international relations, psychology, sociology, and history. So that's a little bit of tweaking, fine tunes for between these courses. So we have 5 that we are offering right now. So that is the options that we are giving to students right now. You can choose any one of it. All right. Now let's look into certificate program. There's quite a number of it. Certificate in hotel management, certificate in tourism, operation, accounting, business, mechanical engineering, and computer science. So you will see here foundation program and certificate program. Apart from that, we have diploma program, quite a number of it. You have accountancy, business, and these 2 comes under business center, whereby you have computer science, and business information systems comes under IT department. Diploma in culinary arts, hotel management, and tourism entrepreneurship comes under culinary department, and whereby electrical engineering and mechanical engineering definitely been parked in the engineering department. So these are the foundation program. Moving on the degree program. So of course we are providing, as I said at the beginning, it's from the beginning, the entire journey of tertiary education. You can actually flow, you can actually travel with us. So that's the reason why we are providing each and every stages of different levels of education here. So degree program, we have bachelor in marketing, bachelor in business management. This 2 comes under business department, as well as accounting, whereby IT, bachelor in computer science comes under IT department, and mechanical engineering, none other than engineering department. As far as I told you earlier, we do have professional accounting, whereby professional accounting department, whereby it offers foundation in accountancy directly as ACCA foundation FIA. We call it, this is not been parked under foundation department. This is as it's a professional accounting studies. It's parked separately within the that jurisdiction. Yeah. And the last one, which is actually Association of Chartered Certified Accountant, or very well known as ACCA. All right, let's look into the next one. Nina, are you there? I suppose there's a video that you need to be played here.
Consider a career in accounting at the School of Accounting, Imperium International College. A chartered accountant can work anywhere in the world, no matter the economic climate. Many accountants go on to become CEOs, CFOs, and successful entrepreneurs. Pursue internationally recognized degrees from prestigious UK universities or jump right into our distinguished ACCA program. Regularly producing prize winners at the School of Accounting, Imperium International College.
Thank you, Rina. Okay. All right, I'm back into our presentation. The reason why I want to have a little bit of inbuilt of multimedia and videos into the presentation, because our session is going to be long and I don't want it to be dry. So that's the reason why I want you to put a little bit of spice up through this video, because I would be able to catch your attention when there is a video or multimedia presentation that is happening, rather than a basic presentation in regards to PowerPoint. Yeah. Okay. Now let's look into progression pathway. All right. Now our focus currently is here, SPM or A levels. If you can see, minimum credit of 5 credit and minimum credit of 3 for diploma and foundation. So, and minimum credit of 1 to certificate. And if you're going to take the foundation program, the pathway is definitely leading to our degree program within ARU, English Ruskin University, with diploma as well to ARU, but with certificate, because we are targeting everyone, even the smart student. And I'm not saying the poor student. What I'm trying to say here, maybe the result is not favorable to you because of the pandemic, because of the education being taken into different perspective. It's not SPM for the first time in the Malaysian history, if I'm not mistaken. So correct me if I'm wrong. It's been taken in an online mode. Your studies SPM for the last year was taken into online mode. This probably would have given a negative impact on the results. So we want to give equal opportunity to everyone. So you can always start with certificate, even with 1 credit, and then move on to the diploma, and then come back to the degree program. So now, of course, we have this is our Cambridge ARU, located in Cambridge, the geographical location, which is in England. Actually, our campus is a stone's throw from the center of Cambridge, often described as the perfect student city. In fact, I've been there. I've taken my students there for a education tour. It's a fantastic experience as well. It's a very nice place to study. It's a called city of education, city of a hub of education back in in England. Okay, let's move on. Now let's look into the student life. Of course, something that I want to highlight here, Imperium International College. Of course, we want to look into the quality of education, but you must understand the journey with us. We want our students to enjoy the journey. So definitely into enjoying the journey, studying. Of course, the quality of education is important, as well as quality of life. Students' life, once it's made, you'll never get it back. So we want to make sure we give you a fantastic experience to travel with us. Let's move on on the programs. One of the programs we have, so you could see here Mid-Autumn Festival back in 2019, and you will be able to see all these programs was done before pandemic. So it's backdated. Of course, since March 2020, we didn't allow the students to come into campus to be in line with education ministry, as well as Kementerian Kesihatan, make sure that people are safe to stay at home, and the entire operation or the education industry been taken into online classes rather than physical classes. So you will see the programs here. Okay, so what are the coffee? Joan Valdez Coffee Barista Workshop was conducted as well. Let's move on to the next one. You can see here International Student Cultural Night, back again 2019. All right, over here Career Day. We do have our own career day. What a very important project that we are doing in campus, career day. What you mean by career day is basically we will invite few big organizations to come and set up their booth to have interviews with the students, the final year students who are actually preparing their journey to end their education journey and to step up into corporate life. We are preparing career day, whereby the organization can actually conduct in-campus interview, and they will be hired accordingly if the students actually qualify through the interview. So this is a very good opportunity that we are actually giving to our students. Now with Imperium coming into the brand, and at the back office is MAA Group, so it's much more stronger, because our brands are stronger. MAA, we have lots of subsidiaries company under MAA, so it's a better feel right now. It's a better platform right now, whereby students are easily, we would be able to engage into what you call that, a corporate life, or even into job placement within the group as well. All right, now apart from that, we are not only concentrated into in-campus activity, we do have off-campus. So sports carnivals, been there, quite a number of students involved. And you can see here, bowling competition. These are the one I was telling, the memories that you're going to take with us. It's not only the quality of education. Of course, our focus is there, but the memories, we want our students to have fantastic memories with us. Okay, no, it's a two-way thing. We want ourselves, the lecturers, to have good memories with the students as well. Apart from that, we do have Belgium Day to celebrate our Belgium students in campus. Okay, there was like a transfer program. Students came from Belgium, and it was a day, and that's how it is. There's quite a number of events happened previously. Hike to Broga Hills is not too far away from where we are located. So this is where you could see a combination of local students as well as international students. So we are giving you a platform not only for you to mix up with local students, because we have student transfer program, and quite a number of students are coming from the eastern side, and also as well as the western side, Japanese, Koreans, and even from UK's European regions. You will have every now and then we are having a student transfer program. So it's a good opportunity for you in order to build your network globally. So this is what we want. Now, coming to why IIC. Why should I choose IIC? There's lots of points been stated here. International affiliation, comprehensive scholarship and bursaries. There's a lot of it. You can see, I'm going to take everyone to visit each and every point, but I'm not going to be taking your time. Let's go deep dive on each of it. Okay, now before that, international affiliation, comprehensive scholarship, career ready graduates. This we are actually preparing our graduate to be in line with what is actually expected from the corporate world. All right, no, the reason behind this is because most of our academicians, okay, this is very much okay, career ready graduates very much tie up with industry expert academician. Why we are saying industry expert academician is because from 90% of our academic team, okay, they comes with industry background. It's not only on paper qualification, they have worked in respective industry. They are bringing the knowledge, the skills, the expertise from the industry to be joined together with the theoretical knowledge that you're going to get from the books, and they are giving you as a package in class. That's the reason why we could prepare career ready graduates. Some of the graduates, even before the graduation ceremony, they already got employed in some of the good MNC companies within Malaysia. Okay, now of course, the other important point that I want to take it up here is global recognition. As I spoke to you, we have counterpart. We are working with ARU, English Ruskin University, and there's a lot more to come. As I said, American degree program, we're going to kickstart. There's quite a number of programs and partnerships that we are going to work on, and all this in the pipeline. By 2022, we will be materializing all this additional partnership, global partnership. Apart from that, strategy, location, campus location. Okay, I will speak further on this. Affordable yet premium education, I will speak further on this. ACCA Platinum approved learning partner. If I'm not mistaken, there's very minimal colleges or educational institution having this, okay, platinum award. Industry expert, I already explained to you. Conducive classroom size, a very important information that I want to share with dear parents and students. Here, our classroom size, it could be from 10 as number of students, okay, as small as 5, 10, or even as big as it can go to 30, 40. All right. Okay. The reason why we are keeping it close, we are keeping it small, in order for the students to have a very good what you call this communication, or what you call this information flow between the students as well as the lecturer. I'm not saying, there are some places whereby we need to get the students, whereby you will be sitting in it's not classroom but lecture hall. Lecture hall, you'll be seeing around 200 students. We don't have such places. We don't have such, because our focus is conducive classroom size. But what happened? What is the disadvantage of sitting in a lecture room? If let's say you are sitting in a lecture room and with 100 over students, high likely, I'm not saying it's happening, but high likely probability is that the lecturer may not be able to give you a one-to-one focus, or even may not be able to recognize you after one semester being in the class, because there is huge number of population whereby the lecturers won't be giving you concentration, individual concentration. So that is the reason why we want to develop. We already have this system in place whereby we are keeping our classroom size small. Now, apart from all this, of course, we have a very good strength at the back of us. This is our pillar, or this is our backbone of the organization, which is MAA Group itself, our brand strength. Even at this point of time, we are thinking of expanding, where the rest of the university, there's so many colleges out there finding it difficult to survive, but we are talking about expansion. So you really need to make sure that the brand have to be something which is going to be sustainable over a period of time. This particular point of time, we have to go through this turbulence of pandemic, and we have to survive, and we will excel once the storm is down. Okay, right, let's move on to the next thing. Now, what are the facilities apart from what we have in campus? This is hostel, one-stop center, whereby students who's coming from external or quite a distance place, you don't need to actually travel, but you can actually stay in campus. Basically, our hostel is very nearby. In fact, it's actually built on top of our campus. You just need to take lift down for a 9 o'clock class. Some of my students are actually waking up 8:30 previously, when there was a physical class, 8:30, taking shower, freshen up, and by 9 o'clock they just take the lift and they are there. All right, so this is such a conducive and such a easy mode. Okay, it's very convenient for students, and I've given here the prices, the monthly rental and security deposit. What are the information, everything in regards to the hostel. By all means, you can reach us for further information in regards to this. I'm not going to talk much on this. Let's look into YIIC KL, okay, or international affiliation. So you can see there's quite a number of universities that we are already working with. Okay, this shows the brand strength of our university within such a small period of time. Okay, we have managed to actually join hands and move on with the rest of the partners. So we have quite a number of partners that we are working with globally. Okay, from Eastern region, Western region. Okay, that's quite a number of partners. Okay, now talking about the location, this is what I was telling. I will explain this shortly later. YIIC in terms of location. Can you see one of the very important selling point, or I'll classify this as USP, wherever you are, okay, coming to KL every day. I know one of the big point or very big concern is traffic jam, but the beauty in our campus, you do not worry about traffic jam, because if you take LRT, there is no such thing as traffic. All right, our campus, our college is actually connected to LRT Chan Shaolin station. Okay, it is connected. There is a sky bridge connecting LRT Chan Shaolin station to our college. So even if it's raining or if it's a hot day, you don't need to worry anything. If it's a heavy rain, you don't need to even carry umbrella. You just take LRT from wherever you are, come to Chan Shaolin. The bridge is connected, the station together with our campus. You don't need to go out, okay, without even, you don't need to worry about carrying an umbrella. You can just come straight into our campus, and that is one of our added advantage that we have wherever you are in KL or even Selangor. There are students even traveling from Seremban, as far as Seremban. They can actually take commuter and come and then interchange to LRT and come over to the college. That's common thing. So we want you all to have a safe journey. We want you all to have a very good environment, and at the same time, geographically, we are placed in a location whereby it's very easily accessible. All right, that's why I want to express this. All right. Now, apart from that, comprehensive scholarship and bursary. This is something that everyone want to look forward, especially for those who scored well. Congratulations on your SPM result. Come to us. We have merit scholarship, progression scholarship, even siblings bursary, sports excellence, the Budimas Foundation. Of course, you have Perbadanan Tabung Pendidikan Tinggi Nasional and KWSP EPF. So all this available. We have national divers in our college. All right. So they are coming through sports excellence. So all this is readily available. So please take and make use of the opportunity. And the reason why we are giving such a big scholarship and progression scholarship or even merit scholarship in order for us to do something back to the society. I'm quite sure right now it's pandemic time. Quite a lot of issues in terms of financial and economical crisis is happening out there. What we as Imperium International College, what we can do, how are we going to participate? And this is what we call as corporate social responsibility. This particular scholarship program comes under CSR program, and this is how we are contributing back to the society. So please take the opportunity. All right, now apart from that, right, there's three things that I want to talk here. If you can see here on the left hand side there, pursue Imperium's diploma plus UK degree from 60,000 only. All right. So that is on the diploma plus degree. Now, what about the second one? 17,000. Can you see it? We have slashed it. And for your information, what you are saying is true. Free foundation. Yes, guys, you got it right, dear parents and students. You heard it right. Foundation in our campus right now we are giving for free. You don't need to pay anything. I mean, what I'm trying to say here, academic fees is totally free. You just need to pay a little bit on the administration side of it. So foundation is totally free. All right. Of course, there is terms and condition involved. So very simple. If you're taking the foundation program with us, it's totally free, which is for 1 year, and then you need to progress to our in-house degree program, which is UK degree program in-house. So rather than going to UK and you're going to spend a lot of money because of the conversion rate, you can get their degree, Anglia Ruskin University degree in campus locally in Malaysia with a portion of the amount. I will speak to you further on that. Now, apart from these two, what about for those who are coming with good school, good result? For example, 100% scholarship, 10 A's and above. Okay, meaning to say 10 A's and above. It could be A plus, A minus. Okay, SPM or IGCSE grades, 50% scholarship for 10 A's. Okay, SPM, IGCSE, and 30% scholarship for 5 A's for foundation scholarship. Meaning to say, if you have these results, you can actually come to us and take the scholarship. So if you take the scholarship, you don't need to actually continue with us. You can actually, right after your foundation, you can actually go to further your studies anywhere else. The whole globe, the whole world, you have space to travel. Okay, so this is an opportunity that we are giving. But currently, foundation free is something which is so, it's like a hot cake, I would say. Right after SPM, many sign-ups coming. We are looking at a lot of queries coming in due to this free foundation. As long as you have 5 credit, you are set to go. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Platinum Accredited Learning Center in Malaysia. A waiver of all FIA exam fees was 3,170. July intake is ready, and that is for those who are planning to go into ACCA or professional accountant certificates. Now let's look into my focus today. Okay, of course I'm coming from foundation studies, and of course I will be talking on that. Courses offers at Imperium, I already explained this. Certificate courses, we have 2 for 6 courses available in Imperium, whereby our foundation course, as what I told you, we have 5 courses readily available. And you can see the pathway whereby certificate program, or if any students coming into all this program, they will go into the diploma program and further to degree program. Same goes to foundation to degree program. Now, how long is the duration? Foundation course, I've already given all the 5 courses which is available. So what is the duration like? Okay, our foundation course, it's for 1 year, meaning to say 3 semesters. Okay, approximately 15 weeks per semester, 15 weeks of study per semester, and you will have exams in between. Of course, there is on week 16 you will be sitting for final exam, and that's how it is for 1 whole year. Okay, with 3 semesters you are done deal with your foundation program. And the best part is you will be transferred to degree program, whereby you will be starting in year 1 UK degree program with Anglia Ruskin University into studies business department, engineering department, and IT department at this point of time. All right, so there your degree program is only going to be 3 years. So within 4 years you are preparing yourself to actually go into a corporate world. You can get into the working environment within 4 years of study. So you are 18 this year. By 22, you are done deal with your education. So that's how fast it is. Now, what I mean by fast at the beginning itself, okay, fast, it's not really fast as in time. Of course, we are talking about 4 years of finishing diploma to degree. It's fantastic. But what I'm trying to say, sorry, foundation to degree, here, fast, it's free. The reason is because what I'm giving you is free foundation for 1 year. No need to pay anything, just the administration fees. Accredited, okay, it's few. Perfectly fine. You don't need to worry about the accreditation because you will be absorbed into UK degree program. So do not worry about the accreditation. Safe in terms of where we are located, okay, and also tech driven, technologically driven. I will explain to you why I mentioned tech driven. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Now, why IIC? Further, if you see top 40 in UK and 301 to 350 in the world, I'm talking about Anglia Ruskin University, top 40 university in UK, and also within this range in the world ranking. Okay, affordable yet premium accreditation, education. Why I'm saying this? See, ARU received a teaching excellence framework silver award, which reflect the high quality of teaching. Now, let me explain to you how it works in Malaysia, the campus that belongs to the Imperium International College. The entire program which has been done in UK, the entire syllabus, the content is given to us. So meaning to say, the students sitting in Malaysia, in my class, in ARU degree program, are studying the same material on whatever been taught in UK. So it's on the parallel platform. All right, so we are getting the same material, we are using the same material, the assignment is same. Okay, even we are actually, the lecturers here will be marking the paper and send it over to ARU to cross verify. So the quality of education, we are taking a very serious concern on that, the quality of education. Now, the question that I want to ask, or I want to put here, the information that I want to actually share with you here, save over 400,000. Why? UK versus Malaysia. You are going to get degree from UK, Anglia Ruskin degrees, because the content is same. It's just the lecturers is different. Okay, the questions is same, the assignment is same, everything is same. Just that you are doing it locally than doing it abroad. So total to study in UK for 3 years, it will come to 500. This is just an estimation, over 500,000, inclusive of food, fees, food, and board, meaning to say your stay, your food, as well as your fees. It'll come to 500,000. But what is the advantage? Why can't we just get the same degree with friction of the fees? Okay, total to study in Malaysia, 120,000. This is, I'm giving you the maximum amount, inclusive of your fee structure, food, and board. In fact, if you ask me, it's going to be way lower than this. Okay, we are giving you the maximum. So this is close to 1/4 or 25% of what you're going to spend, and you're going to get the actual UK degree. So this is something interesting. So with the current situation, with the pandemic, and we are giving foundation free, it's going to be even more cheaper. Okay, I'm looking at approximately around 80,000, you will be able to settle the entire education. Okay. All right. Now let's look into virtual learning. Of course, we have already moved into virtual learning, whereby we used to have physical classes, but with the current pandemic, it's not allowing us to go into that. So virtual learning, how we are conducting our classes. LMS, IIC, e-learning, meaning to say for students to download notes, timetable, academic calendar, and etc. This is the platform that we have created for students in order for students to communicate with us, in order for the education system or the class session to be carried on without any hurdles. All right. Now, ARU Canvas, as I said, this is on the UK side of it, whereby ARU students, the degree students, are given access to notes, video, online library of ARU UK. This is additional. Not only you can rely on our content, local content, or our library, or even as mentioned before by the previous speaker, okay, the jungle of information, Google. Okay, definitely I like that particular statement. Okay, so we can always refer to that. Apart from that, ARU, our counterpart in UK, giving us, our students, to explore their online library. So that is a huge potential information lying on that in order for the students to tap. Online virtual learning platform, at this point of time, we have Panopto, Skype, Zoom, and Teams. Okay, and online library equipped with OPAC system. So this line, everything else is actually provided here. The most exciting, this is our students' feedback. Okay, you can actually see this. Let's move on. Why? Still, I'm on why study at IIC, Imperium International College, Kuala Lumpur. Imperium on-job training program. What do you mean by on-job training program? Internship program within. What do you mean by within? Okay, since, as I said, we have MAA group at the back of it, and there's quite a number of subsidiary companies within MAA group, our students have the high chances of being adapted into internship program within this industry, within this subsidiaries company. Not only for internship here, we are giving all our students to get first interview session, to go on to first interview session within our group of companies. All right, so this is the opportunity that we are actually giving to the students. So please, parents, do try to understand this. We are not only giving education, we are giving a lifestyle. Apart from that, we are also giving opportunity for the students to actually step into corporate life. Okay, now IIC incubator project aimed at encouraging budding entrepreneurs by providing workspace, seed funding, as well as mentoring and training. So this is our incubator project, Getting Ahead program, which is called GAP, for SPM school leavers to experience college life. This is additional thing that we are giving. To number 4, to create tech-savvy graduate, continuous learning is directed towards AI, artificial intelligence, where students are given free workshop on neural network, algorithm, fintech, deep learning by industry experts and lecturers. Now, for your information, these tech-savvy programs or workshop is not only given to IT students. Anyone, even you are in foundation or certificate or diploma or degree, anyone can join the free workshop program, which is being conducted every now and then in campus. Now, apart from that, personal development training to prepare Imperium graduates to be career ready, courses worth 5,000 offered free to students. These are the courses whereby if you go and tap these courses outside, it will cost you close to 5,000, but we are giving it for free because we have the industry experts from the subsidiary company within MAA to come and give you the talk, to share their knowledge, to share their hands-on experience on what's happening in corporate line or in working industry. Okay, now conducive classroom sites, I already spoken this well ahead, provide personalized attention to the students. Now further, free skill-based workshop. I've been telling about this initially. Now look at the workshop. We are not giving a workshop whereby on how to use Excel, how to use Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm not saying those are wrong, those are fundamental, but we are moving in a very fast technological era. So this is where our workshop are very much into big data workshop. Look at that, it was carried back in 2017. Okay, even many of us not really sure what is big data right now, and we have been talking about it 4 years back. Blockchain workshop, look at that, it was conducted back in 2018. Blockchain, okay, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. All right, these are the things that students need to be exposed. This is the near future. All right. Next thing, artificial intelligence. Back in 2018 as well, there's quite a number of workshops that we are actually giving for students to nurture, to get themselves exposed with. Now, apart from that, okay, currently, these are some of the brands or organizations which currently our students are already participating or even been adopted into these companies. Okay, I'm talking about number of students who have actually already been graduated and already working with these brands. So these are some of it that whereby we are actually producing our graduates to actually get job and secure get them securing a job within this brands as apart from other MNC companies. Now I'm coming to the end of the presentation. Nina, are you there? I think there's a little bit of video before I can wrap up the session.
Yes, yes. All right. I'll play it.
My time at Imperium International College has allowed me to discover myself, to not be afraid of the unknown, to challenge the impossible, a place where lifelong relationships are built. It was also a place where I experienced failures and the successes that comes after. Discovering talents and skills of my own. At Imperium, the future is yours to create.
Thank you. All right, so dear students, I think I'm coming to the end of the presentation now. What you're going to see here is basically, okay, thanks a lot for being with me. The numbers that been populated here is our contact number. These are our marketing agents, whereby our marketing team, whereby you can actually reach them and you can actually WhatsApp to them, or even you can visit our website. We will be able to give you a lot of information in regards to Imperium courses, how's the lifestyle, what are the things that we are doing, what anything in regards to your scholarship, in regards to your finance, bring it on. We can discuss this further. All right, so with that, I would like to take this opportunity and thank every one of you who joined us for today. All right, thank you so much, and I'm back to Nina.
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Vasan. Now that we've already come at the end of the session, let's go over the Q&A.
Sure.
Can you check your comment section, Mr. Vasan? I have to scroll
just give me a minute, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, right. I haven't looked into the comment section. I was fully into the presentation just now. A little bit hike up because of lots of information that I want to share. Okay, let's go through the question right now.
Okay, you have to
so what are the questions?
all the way down.
Question from okay, so the first question from Jaya, right? Question from Jaya. Can you tell me more about 3+0 program with ARU? Okay, all right. So this is our degree program, Jaya. Okay, so and of course with the rest of the students as well. Good question. What do you mean by 3+0? Basically, the degree is actually the entire 3 years program is being done here. Okay, it's a 3+0 whereby your degree is being done locally. As I said earlier, the content is definitely from UK or ARU. So meaning to say, if you have your friends studying in England in ARU campus and you are doing the same course here, both of you will be having the same content and even the same assignment. So basically, it's a parallel course, but the difference that we're going to see is two. One is the lecturers is different. The second thing is, of course, one, your friend will be paying in GBP pound sterling and you will be paying in ringgit Malaysian. Okay, so there's a lot of difference in terms of the finance side of it, but what you're going to get, the content, the quality of education is perfectly same. So it's a 3+0. Who are the one who can actually get into 3+0? Basically, once you are done with our foundation program, you can get access. You will be granted first year into 3+0 program. So basically, you will get into year 1 of our degree program with engineering, IT, or business. So you have 3 years journey to continue over there. And for your information, Anglia Ruskin University is it's a university. Their focus is very much into assignment based. Okay, none of my subject which I was teaching for the past 6 years got examination. So if you think that you are not a person who can actually memorize things, I think this is the right place. Okay, ARU subject, I would say most of these papers are very much into assignment based. Of course, there are some whereby you have to go to sit for exam, like accounting papers. You need to sit for exam, but majority of the paper, I can say easily 80% of the papers are assignment basis. It could be individual presentation or write-up assignment. It could be like that. So if you think that you are a person who can work in a group, and this is the right side of it. UK education side, okay, our Malaysian education system previously very much into exam based. That's what you've been going through all the while. I think it's time for us to flip a bit, to enjoy, to come and see what is it that we got to offer in assignment based. All right, so that's, I think I've answered Jaya's question. So can we move on to the next one, Nina?
Yes, we can.
Okay, what is the next one? Can I go to overseas with Imperium? Does the pandemic affect that chance? Okay, all right. Right, let me tell you frankly what is actually happening. All right, now forget about the pandemic. If there is no pandemic, what I will give you two scenarios. If there is no pandemic, okay, let's say you have started, you are done deal with your foundation program, and you are in year 1 of your degree. So while you are traveling in year 1, okay, you feel like, Mr. Vasan, I think I want to expose myself with UK education system. I want to go and graduate in UK. I want to go and be in Cambridge. I want to enjoy the space and enjoy the environment, being with different group of ethnicity and people. I want to expose myself. By all means, you can straight away convert to year 2 or get into year 2 in Anglia Ruskin University. No problem at all. So it's not going to be a 3+0. Basically, you are doing a year 1 here and year 2 there, and you're going to graduate in year 3. Can you do that in year 2? Meaning to say, can I do 2 years here and 1 year there? Of course, as I say, it's parallel. We are actually teaching the same thing. We are executing the same concept. So at any point of time, you can do that. That's not a problem. But that is on one of the side. And now talking about the pandemic, our borders are closed. Sarah, I need to say that, okay? Our borders are closed. So at this point of time, it's a 3+0. It is a 3+0, unfortunately. Okay, so I suppose I've answered the question. If our borders are open and if the borders are open, we are also open. We are always open, actually. We want our students to get the maximum exposure. It's, as I said, I've been telling this from the beginning. It's not only about the quality of education. It's about the journey. It's about the journey. I want each and every one of my students to come and enjoy education, because these are the memories that you can actually take it long. All right. If I ask you a question regards to what you have done in Form 3, for example, geography, not many of us can actually remember that. But I'm quite sure you know who is the teacher who taught you geography, what actually happened in geography classes, although we are not taking geography anytime now. But these are the memories. So education is, from my perspective, from Imperium International College, this is what we want to nurture. We want to nurture the future generation of students, but we want to give them fantastic experience so that you will enjoy education. All right. So I hope I've answered that question. All right. Let's move on to the third one, the last one, right? Is there any other question? Okay. So Melissa Priyanka. Okay, your question. Why are certain uni program 4 years and why are others only 3 years? This will affect the quality of the program. Okay. Now, I think we need to go a little bit deep dive, especially when it comes to Malaysian regulation system. Okay. Now, usually after SPM, it is definitely you have two ways of coming into the tertiary education. In fact, three. Okay. In fact, three. You have A levels. You can continue with your A levels, and then you can move on with your degree program, or you can come in into foundation studies, which is going to be 1 year, and then your degree program is going to be 3 years, or you can come in into diploma, whereby your diploma structure is going to be 2.5 years plus your degree is 2 years. Meaning to say, in Imperium I'm talking, yeah. Meaning to say, if you're done, you're taking diploma with us, you'll be spending 2.5 years in your diploma plus 2 years. Automatically, once you're done with your diploma, you are transferred into year 2 of your degree program. So basically, you will see a 4.5 years there. So usually, degree program, this is how it's been designed in Malaysian higher learning institution. Okay, this is how it's been designed. So when I say program, why are certain uni programs 4 years and why are others only 3 years? As far as I know, if you're going to start your degree, you cannot be doing straight right after SPM. You need to have your foundation or diploma, or with Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi, with Kementerian Pendidikan, right after your school, Form 5, you still can go to Form 6. With your Form 6, your degree, when you come into degree program, you are directed directly into 3 years of program, 3 years of degree program. So you don't need to do foundation since you have done Form 6. All right. So I suppose that is my explanation in regards to 3 years and 4 years program. Okay. Melina, thank you for your question. So I suppose there's only 3 questions. So
there will be 2 more from me, Mr. Bastian.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
No, that's okay. All right. So just now when you were showing your list of foundation courses that you have, and unlike other unis, you have quite detailed. You have foundation in business, you have a foundation in computer and things like that. And they look very niche. They look like they are pretty niche to the courses that they're about to venture in their diploma or degree. Their degree courses. What about students who are unsure what to study? Which foundation do you think is best suited for them?
Okay. In fact, the entire foundation course is being designed for students who are unsure what to do.
Right.
Okay. If the student already with their mindset, especially like in SPM, they're already in science stream and they know they want to do medicine, they are not going to come into, usually they don't come into this kind of foundation program. They'll go directly into foundation of medicine or foundation studies in science, because they already have a clear way or pathway that they already fixed. Like engineering students, even with foundation in science, after 1 year, the student might think, sir, I think engineering may not be my cup of tea. You can. The reason why I'm saying this, in Imperium, within my foundation structure, what I'm doing is, this is slightly different compared to any other university that I know. Okay, this is something different that we are offering. While you are in foundation within Imperium International College, what we will do within that 1 year of studies, I'm going to take you, I will park you in each and every respective degree program. You will be spending time sitting with degree students in degree programs. So why we are doing this is basically to give you a little bit of exposure, what is there waiting in the future. So if you think that is not going to be your cup of tea, I think this is the right time for you to back up and rethink and move on and plan your future accordingly. So this is something that uniquely we are doing at Imperium International College in order for me to make sure that my students are not going and engaging into something which is not really something that they don't like. Okay. And one of the important things that I could see with the current generation, your parents are actually giving you space to decide what you want to study. Okay. My dad decided for me what I wanted to study. It was not my cup of tea. Okay. All right. So that's true. So I think that is the reason why we are doing such, in order for me to give you a little bit of space for you to understand what is engineering, what is IT, what is business all about. Okay. At this point of time, this is what we have at our college. And moving forward, as I said, pipeline, there's a lot more programs coming up. We are expanding even during the pandemic. That shows how strong are we. Your future is very much secure. You don't need to worry at any point of time. Okay.
All right.
Any other question, Nina?
Yes, I do have one. It's regarding your diploma course in culinary. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I understand that now, a lot of unis are turning their lessons online. Culinary, however, you would need a lot of practical classes for
Yeah.
those lessons. How does Imperium like navigate that for culinary students?
Okay. Now, I'm not sure whether I mean, of course, it's fully online, but there are some to certain extent. Before the recent lockdown, 40% or 40 to 30% of the employees are allowed to go to college. Okay,
Right.
our the lecturing team. Okay, we can bring. So when you have this kind of practical studies, it could
Yes.
be what your question is on the kitchen side of it. Yeah. So
Yes.
how are we going to do the what you call this, the cooking and the demo kind of thing? In fact, Nina, it's a very good question. Even for engineering students, they have practical.
Yes.
Okay, practical. So how they are going to do it? So the lecturer will come in campus, just the lecturer alone. They will be doing video recordings,
I
or
see.
they will be going into live streaming with students, and they will be doing just the cooking. Or of course the students can't literally, they don't have the hands-on experience. That is the hurdles that we are trying to see. We can't expect the students to be prepared at the kitchen
Yeah.
and to try to cook. That's not going to happen, right? At this point of time, what we are doing is basically we are doing the live streaming. The lecturers is actually doing whatever they're supposed to do in campus. For example, when they have the facility, they come over. If they can do it at home, by all means, yes, they are allowed to do it. So due to this pandemic, to tell you frankly, all of us are cornered. We got no choice but to do this.
Yes.
Okay,
I understand.
to agree, to accept, to in front of everyone, I got no choice but to learn about Zoom last year. Okay,
Well,
all of
we
us got
had to adapt in time with times are
exactly.
changing. Yes. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, exactly. But it was a good opportunity. The reason is because if the pandemic wasn't there, none of us would have been exposed ourselves into online education.
True.
So
Yeah.
this is something which is happening globally. So I will say, pandemic, this COVID-19 have actually changed or pushed. It's actually the reason for revolution of education, which is happening right now. So me teaching you all through online. So very high likely in the near future we're going to see student coming to campus only 2 days. It's
Right.
just potential. It's just potential, and the rest 3 days you will be dialing from wherever you are.
Right.
Okay, so let's hope for the best. And thanks again, Nina, for calling me. Is there any other questions?
No, but just to wrap things up, just do you have any parting words of advice for students, who are nervous about, this SPM leavers, who are nervous about venturing into this big next, phase in their life? Any words of advice?
Do not worry, guys. Dear students, I was there. Nina, I'm quite sure you also went through the same situation. Okay, let me tell you a simple concept. Yeah, when you are in primary school, okay, if you look into secondary school students, you will be thinking, oh my God, they will be studying physics, chemistry, biology. What is this? Can I cope up? But you did. You came into Form 1 and you picked it up. Okay, maths was easy until Form 6. Standard 6. Maths was very easy until you got exposure step Form 1. You came in, and that's where your teacher came into the class and say that, guys, today we're going to learn numbers below zero. That's where the negative number came in, and it was a little bit
All the letters will also come in between the numbers.
exactly. It was only numbers plus numbers until algebra came, and it got messed up, the entire mathematics. But we did get through that. It's just a mindset. It's something that we are worried ahead, that we are not there. We will be able to get through this. Don't get freaked out unnecessarily. Okay, it's just the future. Trust me, you will be able to rock it well. Okay, so just come with an open mindset. Come and enjoy. As I say, I'm stressing this word again and again and again. Come and enjoy education. My concept of education is very simple. I would like to come into my, as a lecturer, if I wake up in the morning and thinking that, oh my God, I'm going to have class at 9 o'clock, before even I go into the class, the student fail because you are not motivating me to come to the class. Same goes to you all. If you wake up on a day and thinking that, oh, it's Mr. Wasan's class, he's going to come and talk for 2 hours. If that's what running at the back of your mind, before even I enter your class, I fail as a lecturer. Okay. Now, this is the ideology. So we want to make sure my students, this is what I always say to my students. I say, when you wake up thinking that, oh, today is Mr. Watson's class. Let's get prepared and you're ready. Even before I start the class, I think I have successfully, I've done something. So I'm happy to start my class. So that's my achievement even before start the class. So education is not the destination. Education is not about you getting the degree or master's or PhD. It's definitely the journey. Okay. Thank you so much, Nina, for the opportunity. Thank you, dear students, for being with us all the way through, and all the very best. Okay, the future is for you to go and rock. Okay, do it. Do not worry about anything. Whatever that we have learned through experience. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for calling me, Nina. All the very best, students.
Yes, thank you for your insights. And we hope our audience has gained some valuable information, especially the ones you've spoken about, the programs and so forth. We hope that they gain some valuable information. And thank you again. Mr. Basan, have a good day. It's an honor to have you on board with us.
Thank you, Nina. Sorry that I'm talking too long.
No worries.
The lecturer in me is coming out. It's always been a lecture. Bye, Nina. Thank you, students.
Bye-bye.
Dear students, take care. Bye.
All right. Thank you to our audience for joining in our webinar session with Mr. Vasan of Imperium International College. Now, if you're at the fair, do visit Imperium International College virtual booth and check out all the offering programs and scholarships that's available. In the meantime, let's take a look at what Imperium International College has prepared for you.
In a changing world, career mobility helps you navigate these waves of change. A degree in business from Imperium International College gives you multiple career options. With internationally recognized degrees from prestigious UK universities. These industries and more are yours to conquer. Even better, build your own business empire by becoming an entrepreneur with a degree in business from Imperium International College.
All right, so that's all we have for today. It's been a pleasure, and thank you to our audience for tuning in to EduAdvisor's webinar series. We hope you gained some insightful and inspiring information to pursue your dream courses. Don't forget to check out EduAdvisor's virtual education fair and get all the information you need. Just click chat at the respective universities or go to info desk and speak to our counselors personally. Hope to see you again. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.